ba ba da la 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 da ba da da ba. La 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 la, sha sha sha, and up in a la 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 la, la la la. I can't embrace the nigga, sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your bitch singing and la la la, la la la. How I stride like that, ha ha. I'm at the bank again. They wonder how I go up like that. Pink whip with flames all on the side. They wonder how I stride like that. Got that Gucci on my body, now she trying to pipe. Loosey goosey, sussy boy, keep your cool. Oh, get the paper, went to school. Be careful who you call a fool. A, pop off. Then you go gave me just a little bit of lockjaw. Baby so cold, he from the north, he from the Canada. Big so low, oh, I got nothing else that I can draw. Rent out the car, and I shall racing go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your bitch singing la la la, la la la. I sing my wrist and it go la la la, la la la. I got your bitch singing and la la la, la la la. How I start like that. Yo, what's up, everyone? Hello, 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 hello. Let me say everyone properly now. Hello, Ma. Wait, did I accidentally wait? Hello, Astro. Hello, Queso. Yo, thank you for the sub. Hello, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the 26 months. 2026 month. 2026 month. Hello, Mug. Hello, Rana. Hello, Heli. Hello, Hamta. Hello, North. Hello, Cloud. Hello, Asbathan. Stream element, jar of peanut butter, I approve. Yo, Sir Ali, welcome to stream today. Prince, Shiny, Hazel in Flames. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-da-ba. What's up? How's everyone doing? How's your weekend? Had a fun time. Hope you had a good time. I had a pretty productive weekend. Got lots of work done. Hell yeah. It was great. It was fun. Got some recording done. Did it this morning. Got some ASMR done. Made a meme I did. I thought it was a funny meme. Gonna post it on Twitter tomorrow probably. Let's see how it goes. Maybe think we're funny. Bet the day. Ba da la 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 la. Yo, what's up, Puffy Rat? Did I just call you Puffy Rat? Yo, what's up, Puff? I just called you Puffy Rat. Hey, Puff. What up, what up? Hello, Puff. Hello, Puff. Daddy knowing the words, hell yeah. Not even close. Do I know the words? Hell no, I don't. Why would I? I can't do the singing or the rappy raps. I put words together. By the tempo, make it sound like I'm rapping. I mean, that's what I meant to say, but who knows? All I do is left to right. I speak the words. You hear it. You're like, that sounds like rapping. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Puppy rat. I'm in a GC with a bunch of people who pretend not to be gay as a fun joke. I like doing that. That's kind of funny. We all gay here. We all gay. Yo, what's up, Hatha? Hello, Pop. Fun fact, Daddy cute. Oh, thank you. Was pretty bad, to be honest. I'm ordered, and the guy got stuck in the snow. Instead of calling me, he waited to help for a random help. So my food was cold when it arrived, and today a pipe broke. So my year was starting. Oof, that's rough. A broken pipe, dude. That's kind of rough. I've had that happen. Actually, I mean, I've had that some multiple times. Remember when my bathroom got flooded? Like, I don't even know. I showered before stream, and then my room got flooded, and I was like, what the fuck? It was a stutter god. I never did fix the pipe underneath my washer either. Or not my washer, what is it called? Where I wash my hands. That pipe also leaks a lot. I've never fixed it either. I just tried to like minimize usage. Yo, what's up, Shin? Hello, Kreb. Says end gay, you nuke the nexus. Yeah, right? When the end if gay. Well, I mean, you gotta know, you gotta get into the B, like, hey, end of straight. Idella, bagnano, bagnano, ba. But yeah, how's everyone's morning? I've had a very productive, like yesterday. Well, yesterday was really busy. I got some work done this morning, so hopefully that means I can get some more work done after stream. Maybe we'll see. I made a meme this morning or worked on a meme this morning. Yeah, I've had a really productive day, I have to say. Or last 2 days. Yesterday, really productive too. Didn't really get to do much of like reading. I want to do some reading this weekend, but I just haven't had time. And I want to do some before stream, but I woke up. Oh yeah, let me tell you about my fucking wild ass dream. Dude, I had a fucking wild ass dream this morning. Like, I mean a wild dream where I was like, damn, dude, that was a fucked up dream. Clicka, 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 clicka. I'm on a bar, la la la, da 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 la, da 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 da, da da la la da da. But yeah, so my wild dream. So like, how do you? It's because so Shani, I kind of regret this sometimes now, to be honest. But like, there's a way to teach your brain how to remember your dreams. So like, normally your brain, when you dream, it's just like, oh, this is useless information. I'm just gonna throw it out. Is basically what your brain does. But you can train your brain to not do that, basically, right? And what you normally would do is you take a journal or like anything really, and as soon as you wake up, just write down whatever you remember. And you do that as long as you keep doing that over time, your brain will like be like, oh, wait a minute, we don't want to throw this out. We actually want to keep this, and you remember. But like, so I had a wild ass dream. There was like a lot to the stream, but like I'm just gonna go over like the horror part because this stream was actually kind of low-key disturbing to me. So I was like on a bus, right? And for whatever reason, the bus stopped working, or I forget. Like the bus stopped working. I was on the side of the road when a teacher basically found me and picked me up, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go like run some tests at this facility or this place. Do you want to come with me? And I'll take you home." I was like, you know what? Sure. So I hop in her car, we go to this facility. So this facility is basically like a trash heap, right? But it's like a humongous, like enclosed space, like underground. And it's like we take our Jeep into the trash heap basically. But it's like humongous, it's huge. And we take it in, and her, like, what she wants to do is just like kind of like, once she wants to interview locals, she wants to test like the trash that gets put in, but like it's a little bit of everything, right? There's like trash, clothes, food, stuff like that, leftover food and things like that. And a lot of like people, because we were like in the slummy area, and a lot of the people who live in the slum come here for like maybe new clothes, or maybe if there's any leftover food, they'll eat the food there, stuff like that. And so while I was there, all of a sudden there's like, I guess like this person runs in upset at this other person because like they did something to their girl and they started shooting up the place. More things happen, that he gets taken to jail. That's like the TLDR quick version. He just gets taken to jail. More things happen. The cops show up, they take him to jail. But during that process, we start finally walking, like making our way back into like, because like it's like a tunnel network, right? And we like, then there's like the main trash heap. So we start making our way there, and it turns out, I guess during that time, it's like been pouring rain. It's been raining a lot. And as we like get in, we realize like, oh fuck, we have to like get out of here before like, you know, it gets flooded and like, you know, we start drowning. As we get into the trash heap again, or this like facility, and like again, just think of it like a giant like cube, with like a bunch of like, I don't know, again, just clothes, trash, leftover food, whatever you can think of that's trash, just whatever. And we find our Jeep, but our Jeep is getting like, it's basically got dug in to the trash because of the water levels, right? So we can't pull our Jeep out anymore. And now it's starting to really flood. It's starting to get really flooded in here. So we have to get the fuck out of Dodge. So we start like making our way through the tunnels, trying to get out until we finally do. But then like I get out, but then in like through the tunnels in the pitch darkness, you just hear these screams, these gargling sounds of people drowning. And I'm like, what the fuck? You just hear these people drowning, and I'm like horrified. I'm like, oh my God, a lot of people are dying in here. And so then after that, like after it stops raining, my teacher's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go get my Jeep. Do you want to like come with me? I'm like, nah, I'm good now. Thank you though. So like I'm making my way through like the rest of the tunnels to get out. And then I somehow run into this like, I don't even know. It's like a Chinese souvenir store, restaurant and barber shop. Um, and so like I'm like, you know what, I can go for a bite. I'm a little bit hungry. So like I like noticed like there's a lot of tables everywhere. And I didn't really know where to pick. So I just like, you know, I grab a menu that I found and I sit next to these two kids, just like whatever. And that's when like the server notices me and he's like, he's like an older like Chinese man. And he's just like groans and he's like, and he walks over, he's like, what do you want? And I was like, well, what do you recommend? And he's like, I really like the chicken, these chicken wings. And I was like, okay, sure. I'll take a set of that. And he's like, okay. And then there's like another dish called kimanu or something like that. It was spelled Kaimou. I was like, what that, whatever. I was like, can I have this too? Because it looked like spicy noodles. It had like red sauce with like veggies and noodles and like some sort of protein. I think it was like fried chicken. And he's like, well, this would take longer. This is gonna take 9 minutes. This is gonna take longer than the wings. And I'm like, well, how much? He's like 9 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. He's like, okay. He takes my menu. And then I noticed to the left side, that's when like the barbershop's there. And this guy is like really into being a barber or like cutting hair. Like he's really into it. And then I was thinking in my head, like, oh fuck, maybe I should go to this guy for my haircut. Cause like I'm going to like a really like 1 month or like what is it, 1 month wait time to get a haircut at this place I'm trying to go to. And I'm like, damn, he looks really enthusiastic. Maybe I should get my hair like my hair cut here. And that's like, there's a lot more to it, but that's like the horrifying part. Cause like at the end too, like I start like walking out and that's when like the souvenir store was there and I start going through those souvenirs and just like random stuff that my brain interpreted as like, I don't know, Chinese, I guess. Just random stuff, I guess. Just like there was like a jade pebble in my brain, just thought like, I guess that was like Chinese, I guess. I don't know. But there's like a lot more to it. There's like another part earlier in the story or in my dream where we sidetracked my teacher and I to this like therapist office and I like stole some cookies. Or rather another teacher dropped them off a lot of pastries. Like there was muffins, cookies, like a lot of random pastries. And I just wanted 2 cookies, but they kept trying to give me more. And I'm like, I just want 2 cookies. Thank you. But yeah. A dream diary, honey. Yeah, it's a dream diary, yeah. Dilly dally be gay work more, exactly. Other times I try and manage to do it for a while, then suddenly I forget. Yeah, it's just a thing. You just gotta like write it down. By writing it down helps memorize. Dottie goes looking for the Jeep in Detroit. Sounds like a decent idea for ASMR. Always some kind of Resident Evil level survival. I don't know, man. My dreams are always crazy. You need to rein in your brain. So, hey, man, my brain as well, dude. How do you want from me? Your dreams never cease to amaze me. And just keep in mind, these are the dreams that I tell you guys. There's some dreams I don't tell you guys because I'm like, I don't think I can say these. Like, these are too horrific for my brain or for me to say. So like, keep in mind, these are the things I tell you guys in public, right? That I share with. That sounds cool. Keanu wings, got it. Yeah, Keanu wings. Honestly, I could go for some wings, dude. I remember like the wings that I ordered were some like garlic sauce, I think, something like that. A word was spelled in your dreams. Yeah, I remember it was because I remember opening the menu and it was on the top right corner. And then like it didn't make sense as like as an actual menu. It's kind of interesting how my brain like sets up a menu because it was a picture of the food with these like it almost looked like an AI picture. It was weird. And it was like noodles wrapped with like veggies and like chicken. I think it was chicken. And then beneath it, it just said, Kimanu ... And I'm like, I want that. Happy New Year, my dude. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How are you, spacesuit? Self tried to steal cookies and everything went bad. Seems like karma hit your dream. It wasn't even like, I didn't really try to steal the cookies. It was more that they wanted to give me more and I just didn't want more. Because I just wanted because like, I don't know, the chocolate cookies looked so good. They like, I don't know, like, you know those chocolate cookies that are like, that are really soft in the middle and crunchy on the outside? It looked exactly like, they looked perfect for what I'm looking for, because I like mine a little bit doughy. And I just wanted the chocolate cookies. They're like, no, 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 take a muffin or take this, because I guess the teacher kept dropping them off, and they literally had like rows of like pastries that they just don't eat. So I was like, I'll take some cookies. I feel like you have some dreams that would get you in trouble for sharing on YouTube. They probably would. Yeah, I've had some like pretty disturbing. Like, I don't really mind the dreams. I only don't like the dreams when they're realistic, if that makes sense. When it's something like really realistic, that could happen, that makes me sad. Or stuff like that. Like, maybe I've had dreams where, you know, like, let's say, you know, I've had dreams like this in a while, which I'm glad. It took me like a while to stop having dreams like this, because these bothered me. Was I would get dreams of like hanging out with, like, I would say like maybe me back in high school and hanging out with like my old friend group and stuff like that, and then I'd wake up and be like, oh, that wasn't real. That wasn't real. Depression. Because I don't know, I really miss my time hanging out with like my old friends and like LARPing and like high school or whatnot. So things like that, those fuck with me. Those actually fuck with me. The dreams like that don't fuck with me. Or like the time I died 3 times in my like one dream, that doesn't fuck with me either. I like dreams like that, I actually tend to like, because they're like, oh, I get to explore this cool thing, or I can get chased by this, like, I don't know, by this like monster or whatever, and die and be completely okay. But then I also like dreams like the one I had last night about like people drowning. Like, I don't want to fucking hear that. That's just like, there's nothing, I don't want to like experience people drowning or like screaming in the dark. Like, nah, I'm good. Honey garlic wings. Yeah, dude. At least I think that's what they were. I never got to try to taste them. I ended up like, I guess I just kind of forgot that I was gonna eat, because after I ordered everything, I just like, I think I just got up and left, I think is what happened. So why are you hanging out with your teachers in your dream? I don't know. I remember her too. She was one of my biology teachers from high school. I almost said her name out loud. Just let me dox her real quick. But yeah, I don't know. She was I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. Other than the fact that it's just like the bus, I was walking home and she's like, I'll take you home, but I need to do this first. And I was like, sure. And I hopped in her car. It sounds fancy. I want that. It was fancy. Soft baked cookies are the best. Yeah, they are pretty good. Do you tell your friends happy? No, I now say exclusively Happy New Year in English now to avoid issues. They just happened to fall in my pocket after no, I really didn't. They wanted, so I said, I remember going up and being like, oh, can I have these cookies? They're like, sure, but take more than this, just the cookies. Take them, but just take this muffin, take this, take that. And I'm like, I don't want more. Sounds like dreams I've had on melatonin. Dude, that reminds me of the time I accidentally took 500 milligrams of melatonin, and you're only supposed to take like 5. Yo, what's up, Lucius? Thank you for the good boy. Because it was the first night in a specific, no idea what dream, and it felt like I didn't want to remember. That's kind of fair. When I take Tylenol, really? Huh. Tylenol dreams are crazy. My fever dreams are crazy. Yeah, 500 milligrams. I bought it from I bought melatonin from like Uber Eats, or Mexican Uber Eats, and I didn't think 500 was like, I mean, assuming like that's just what it was, because they buy the medication, at least I think they bought it from a pharmacy, and I had it, and yeah, that shit knocked me the fuck out. Plot twist though, they like that brand like got discontinued like the next time I looked it up, so who knows. I just got up and left. Sounds like you'd be a great dad. Hey man, I don't know what you want me to say. My brain was just like, all right, time to leave. It's weird. Like, I literally, like, I remember just ordering, just sitting there for like maybe like 30 seconds, and I'm like, all right, time to leave. Or actually, it was after I looked over at the barbershop. After I looked at the barbershop, I just forgot I ordered food, I guess, and I just decided to leave. Sounds like you slept well. Yeah, well, my issue is, you know what? Like, I've tried taking melatonin, because my issue is that I can fall asleep pretty easily. But my issue is that I can't stay asleep. I wake up a lot throughout the night sometimes. I didn't really like realize how much I actually wake up until I got my Apple Watch. Like, I'll wake up, like, the most I've seen it is like 7 times. Usually I'll wake up around like 3 to 5 times a night. I just wake up a lot for some, and sometimes I remember it, other times I don't. Like, there was when I stayed with over my grandma's place a couple, like, what, 2 weeks ago. I woke myself up talking to myself. And even my mom told me the next morning too. She's like, you know, you were talking to yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I woke myself up. I don't remember what I was saying, but I was just talking to myself in English. Hi, RX. What's up, RX? No wonder you're always tired. The melatonin's still working, right? Feliz Año Nuevo! Spacesuit. I tried melatonin once, didn't work for me. Didn't work in the slightest. To be honest, the thing about like I've come to realize like about sleep in my personal, because I used to have insomnia. I used to have pretty bad insomnia back in like high school. Um and once I like learned how to meditate, because that's something you learn, that's something you have to develop. You can't like just expect to just be like meditate. Like that's, you need to develop the skill to meditate, right? You can't just be like meditate, you know? I realize that once you kind of learn how to meditate, it's basically like the next step is just sleeping when you get really good at it. So that's what I do. I just like meditate as I'm going to sleep and I just pass out at some point. I had one experience when I dreamed I was in a full room of Nosferatu. No, that sounds like fun. Well, maybe not for you. That's not for me. That sounds like right up my alley. Like Nosferatu, yo, let's go. That's what I mean. I could like talk to like monsters or demons or whatever in my dreams, and I don't have to worry about it because it's a dream. Oh shit! I just smacked my mic. I'm so sorry. Damn, insomnia sucks. Yeah, it's insomnia is not great. Insomnia is really not that great. I yeah, it's probably like one of the reasons too, to be honest, that I like really struggled in high school. Because I just didn't sleep like ever. I was getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep every day. How do you start meditating? Honestly, just look up tutorials on YouTube. It's kind of, I don't really remember how I got started in it. It's just like, you just sit there and just focus on your breath. Like just breathe in and out and focus. And you're gonna say, because this is normal, you're gonna say, well, I have a hard time focusing. My brain starts to wander. That's completely normal. That's a normal reaction. Again, you have to develop the skill. No one just like starts meditating and doesn't like, you know, have their brain go all over the place or wander. It's something, all right, and every time you like, your brain starts to, or your mind starts to wander, recenter yourself, just focus on your breathing. And it gets easier over time. And then once you get good at it, you'll get good at it, you know? Hey, what's up, Nam? What's up, Ray? Ever had a dream in your dream? Nope. I've had like one lucid dream, kind of. Well, actually, maybe two. I can't remember, one or two. But the one I do remember is where I came to the realization I was in a dream, but then I immediately woke up. I realized I was dreaming, and then I woke up. I bet you have a nose. What? We know. Ba 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 ba. Yo, what's up, Creo? Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba boo ha ha ha. Ooh ha ha ha. But yeah, no, I have a lot of cool dreams. I actually really like my dreams. Yo, what's up, Taco? I'd be break so I won't. Yeah. Then yeah, if it's that bad, yeah, that's why I said I don't. There's a lot of dreams I have where I'm not even gonna. I can't even bring up because I don't. Nah. I fell asleep to like ASMRs and they help my mind not wander. Yeah, things like that. That can count towards meditating. Oh, I've had sleep paralysis. I think I've had that like I remember one distinct time, but I think there's another time I had that. But it's really interesting. Whenever I've actually no, I remember I've had, yeah, I remember the 2 times I've had sleep paralysis. And I actually had one pretty recently. But like I don't really find them to be too terrifying, to be quite honest with you. Now it's not fun to experience it, but I don't find it terrifying. Because it's really interesting to me because like when I'm like waking up and I can't move my body, I like start like jolting all over the place. Like I start shaking because it's weird. It feels like I'm fighting my body to have control, if that makes sense. So like it's almost like I'm fighting my body and my body starts like shaking from like my body being like, no, you're asleep, you can't move, from me being like, no, I'm not asleep. And can remember what I dreamt about in the dream. Then I realized I'm late for work. So I stumble out of bed, hit my head. Next thing I know, I wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. Oof. I feel like that one's a kind of a common one. I've never had a full-on fight. I've had like fights in my dream, but whenever I have fights in my dream, I do like no damage. Like I'll punch the heck out of someone and they just do nothing. They just take it like a boss. They take it like a pro and just gets hit in the face over and over and over. And I'm like, I did nothing. I just want to say, I know where East Korea. I appreciate you coming to say hi. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. I use magic music to not help my wander. That's one way. Yeah. La la la. I was shocked. Shadow people, yeah, that's a common one. I had it one time. This was back in, I want to say, my freshman year of high school. This was a weird one. This is a really weird one. I kind of find it funny, just because I didn't give a single fuck. But so I was in my bed and I wake up. And like I remember actually waking up, but for whatever reason, like I don't know if this happens to you guys, but a lot of times, sometimes for me, when I wake up like too like briskly or too abruptly, my real life gets merged with like my dream or whatever. So like I wake up and like I look and like half of my room was in a ballroom with like people dressed in like the French getup of like, I don't know, the 1600s, right? They're all like having a ball dancing, and like once I look at them, they all stop, the music stops, and they all just stare at me. And I'm like, I don't have time to deal with this shit. I'm too tired. And I just go back to bed. And I remember thinking, and then I remember thinking up, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's so weird. He had some yeah, I have soft punches. Soft? What the fuck? I have soft punches in my dreams, yeah. I don't think I've ever had a sleep. I do wonder what it feels like. Probably sounds weird, but me personally, I don't find sleep paralysis terrifying, but I can see why people would find it terrifying. It's just not really being able to move is basically what the TLDR. I've never seen anything when I've had sleep paralysis, but like I said, it's definitely trippy. You're trying to like move your body and you can't move. And like what happens to me is I just start like shaking or trembling. But my body's not. My brain says moved, and then my body remains stiff. Yeah, I mean that's sleep paralysis, Prince. Isn't that just reality? You forget I took kickboxing for like what was it, 2 years? I got the power of lucid now. I beat the shit out of everyone in my dreams. See, that's some psychotic stuff right there. So that's some psychotic shit right there. Last stream I had where I was in Omegaverse. I wish I was lying, but I'm not gonna get. Oh, you already told me enough, Kami. You already told me enough, Kami. That's all I need to know. That is all I need to know. I mean, I've had some BL dreams where I'm like, I dream up like scenarios from like the BL that I've read, and I'm like the main character. People staring at me is a nightmare of its own for me. That's understandable. To make them your sleep paralysis demons, so you'll be scared of it. Dahavi? Who's Dahavi? To be fair, with all the online stuff I've watched, I probably wouldn't enjoy sleep paralysis. I mean, it just, sleep paralysis seems to be pretty like, I mean, it just depends how you will interpret it, okay, so at the time, because I watch a lot of horror stuff, but I don't interpret it as like a horror thing. It just depends on like how you see it. Did you say Omegaverse stream? Omegaverse stream. Well, that's what Kami said. I've just had dreams where like I was like like the main character in like BL dreams, or like BL manhwa that I've read. I don't recall. I don't think I've ever had like anything like 18 plus happen in them. But I've had it where like I've straight up like gotten like kidnapped. I've just gotten straight up kidnapped, and I remember being like, "Wait a minute, I know you. You're from like that BL that I've read." They have noodle arms. I don't think I have noodle arms though. That's the thing. I kind of surprise myself sometimes, to be honest with you. No, I'm not saying I'm like strong, but I don't think I'm weak either. Unsurprising, yeah, that's crazy. I put into Google Images that are real and people wear them. Yeah, this is a real thing. Yeah, I fell in love with this hat the moment I saw it. It was great. From that would show up. Yeah, I know exactly the video you're talking about, okay? So that's a very common like thing that people experience about sleep paralysis. That's like one of the reasons why, like, I'm pretty sure like the superstition of like a demon sitting on your chest came from, because that's a really common thing of like seeing shadow people or like seeing a demon sitting on you or like on you. I've had 18 plus things happen, but I've never had BL and 18 plus happen at the same time, you know? Dottie, I gotta stop joking so much. What do you mean? Like Netflix or something? I've had that happen. Not, I haven't never had that happen to me too often, right? But I've had it happen to me like once or twice. Or like I revisit like an area where I was like, wait a minute, I've dreamt this before. I've been in this area before. It's like my brain using like movie sets for different stuff. It's like, oh, we gotta reuse the same set again. Ba na ba la 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 da la 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 ba da 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 ba la 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 da na 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 da 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 la 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 la. You're missing out. Why? I'm good. I'll be honest. Well, I mean, it just depends. I'm like, I don't want to be in a fucking Omega. You know, Omegas get treated like, well, actually, no, Betas get it treated worse. But like some stories, and like, there's one I've been reading called, there's only, I think, like 13 chapters. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's like Salt something, Salt City, I think it's called. And like literally they talk about like the main characters in Omega, and they talk about like how hard it is to be like a male Omega in this story. And like he literally gets getting like basically like forced out of jobs because he's a male Omega, or like people like sexually harass him all the time because he's a male Omega. And I'm like, I'm good. I don't experience that. I'm good. But I've seen you do have toned arms. Just now know how to better explain it. Nah, you're chilling. Dottie's ripped. I wouldn't go that far. I don't think I'm ripped, but I'm definitely toned. I think that's a good way. I'm definitely toned, to say the least. And like I said, I've surprised myself. I don't know if it just has to do with like me, like, I mean, I'm sure it has to do with like my intense walkies. So like something you could do with your Apple Watch is I tell my Apple Watch whenever I'm exercising, I want my heart rate to be between this and this. So whenever my heart rate goes below, it like sends me like a vibration being like, your heart rate has dropped. You work harder. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I feel like me doing that has low-key like yeah, I don't know, exercise, man. It'll do shit to you. I want to be a male Omega. It just Sorelli. It depends on the story, man. Look, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Either you're gonna get treated like shit in some stories, or depending on which place you end up in, or you're gonna be treated like a fucking prince. Because there's like other stories that I've read where like male Omegas are like the pinnacle of like you'll be treated like a prince, while other ones you'll be treated like absolute fucking dirt. This is why Omegaverse Test Me gave me an alpha. Oh yeah, forget you're an alpha. I remember the night that I was on Shiri's stream and we were talking about that. I can't believe fucking Sani fucking got alpha. That's crazy, man. I've gotten it twice. I've taken it twice, and both times I got Omega. And I think Shiri, what the fuck did Shiri get? I don't know. I forget what Shiri got. I know Petite got beta, and they were upset about that because me and Joey were telling them how like no one gives a fuck about betas. Like literally there's like in some stories literally like the first like opening chapter is like, I hate betas, everyone hates betas, betas are like disgusting. Oh god damn it, dude. And yeah, poor Petite over here trying to like, then they retook the test and I think they got beta again. You know, it makes me wonder. I never asked. I wonder what Joey got for their test. I know. Well, I gotta ask Shiri again what he got. I kind of forget what Shiri got. I see. You know what? Let me. I gotta message him. I need to message him. I'm kind of curious now. Let's see. I'm kind of curious. I kind of forgot. Did you get on your Omega? Wait, was it Omega verse? Yeah, Omega verse test. Yeah. It's super easy to get ripped in your 20s. I mean, it is, honestly. It's once you start getting like mid 30s, that's when it's a lot harder to work out. Lonely alpha. They got a lonely alpha? What? What is a lonely alpha? Is it just like loner? You don't want to be with anyone? Wait, what does that mean? Shiri, what does this mean? Yo, thank you for the follow, Ray. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the follow. The fuck's a lonely? It's loner. Oh, it's loner, not lonely. Oh, okay. Wait, what is that, Shiny? I've never heard of that. What is a loner alpha? Is it just you don't want to be with anyone? Every now and then, if you do a lot. I mean, I don't do a lot of. I really hate push-ups. I've been trying to do push-ups, and I've been really struggling trying to keep up with doing push-ups. So can someone? I can explain Omegaverse here. Wait, give me a second. I can explain it. I'll be honest. I'm scared to know Joey's test. You think? Well, I don't know. You know what I've noticed about Joey? He has some like sadistic tendencies, doesn't he? I've noticed last time I hanged out with him, I forgot there was something he did where I was like, you have like slight sadistic tendencies, don't you? More that I don't seek out love, I stick to my own space, and others might seek me out. I mean, you are fine alone where you don't feel tied. Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of feel like I could see that, like with being Shiri. That kind of fits him. Oh, what did he send me? Or maybe he doesn't want that. Do you not want that, Shiri? Oh fuck. You know what's really funny? Um, I don't think he. Wait, I need to check now. Shiri, you're not in my chat, are you? Fuck. Okay, no, he's not in my chat. Good. So I'm free to talk about whatever I want. Haha. Yeah. I think people is everyone is the top culture is the best culture. I've been really enjoying Guideverse. Omegaverse is pretty good. I really like Guideverse. Guideverse is something I've been really getting into. That so many know so much about Omegaverse. I mean, it's popular. It's really I don't know where it came from. My theory that where Omegaverse came from is a way to like make like I don't know being gay like the norm or getting like guys getting boys preggers. Because that's the benefit. Well, and I mean, maybe not benefit. That's another really common trope I've been seeing a lot is where like these guys get pregnant and then they're like, "Oh, my alpha ran away and left me." Yo, what's up, Nam? Hello, Nam. Hi, Nam. Hello, Nam. Hello, Nam. Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream. But okay, Megaverse. There is. I mean, it also depends on the story because like there's like subcategories of omegas. There's like submissive omega and dominant omega, but like depending on what you're reading, but generally the TLDR of it is there is alpha, there is beta, and there's omega. If you're a beta, you're basically a regular person. That's basically what you are. Everyone fucking hates betas. No one likes betas. Everyone hates them. They're disgusting. And then from beta, and then like if you're a beta, you could become an alpha or you could become like an omega, right? You're not like you could become that, you know. Now omegas are like I don't know. So like now alphas and omegas they each send out like pheromones to like attract a mate basically, and it's like on one. It's like basically like a period. It's like on one monthly thing, right? And so omegas they send out their hormones where they get very like they get into heat and they like they try to attract an alpha or they could take suppressants, you know, they take their monthly suppressants to be like, all right, I'm not like, you know, going crazy for the snoo. And then you have an alpha who, you know, they have a rut, you know, where they get like, they try to like pounce on an omega and stuff like that. And that's like the TLDR of it. I didn't know you were on Twitch. Yeah, well, welcome. I am on Twitch. Welcome. We're talking. Wait, do you know Megaverse? We're talking about Megaverse. We're talking VL. I want to be a prego boy, so getting making babies. I'm good. I don't want to get pregnant. I'm good. I am. Look, every time I've like talked to people, like to like talk to like women who, oh, what did you say for that to get deleted? Oh yeah, I need to see now. What the hell did you say? Built by Japan to distract everyone. They heavily. Wait, Kami, you realize Omegaverse is comes from Korea, right? It doesn't even come from Japan. Where'd that even come from? That's not even correct. Omegaverse literally comes from Korea, not Japan. Yeah, I know. I'm joking. That okay. But yeah, no. Every time I've talked to like people like getting pregnant, like everyone's like had issues. I remember like a bartender that I spoke with. She was the one that picked me up from from the time I almost died in a snowstorm, who found me on the road. She one time told me how when she was pregnant with her kid, she started losing calcium in her teeth and she started getting a bunch of cavities because her kid was like taking away her calcium. And I like hear stuff like that all the fucking time. So I'm like, I'm good. I don't want to get. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to get preggers. Belly bumps are cute though. Belly bumps are cute, but I'm like, I also don't want to get preggers. As recent Star Trek in a prompt where people create a supernatural fan fiction with these tropes. Wait, Omegaverse comes from Star Trek? No, it doesn't. Does it? There's no way. There's no way Omegaverse comes from Star Trek. Are you serious? Don't fuck with me. Are we gonna paint miniature or just play some games? We probably not miniature. We haven't painted miniatures in a while. I don't know. I kind of stopped liking painting miniatures. It just grew tedious to me. And alphas are male dogs. Yeah, basically Northgard. Yeah, that's the TLDR of it. Yeah. It shows how M probably would work. Oh yeah, I've seen that picture. I've seen that picture, Merc. I don't know what Omegaverse is. It's BL, which is boys love. Thanks for explaining, I guess. Hey, if you ever read BL, you know why. Still feel like Star Trek? Okay, let me look this up. The only person I feel like that might know more than me, though, is who the fuck would know more than me? Joey, maybe? Yeah. Cryo? Would Cryo know more than me? I don't even know. Who the fuck would I ask for that? Actually, I could just Google. Okay. Where does Omegaverse come from? There's no definitive origin. Oh, there isn't? Let's see. In fan fiction within the supernatural fandom, as a fusion of werewolf lore and impreg, a subgenre of erotic fan fiction. Huh. The concept is rooted in the discredited alpha beta omega hierarchy theory and wolfpack dynamics, which was popularized by Rudolf Schenkendels in the 1970s. Huh. This prompt inspired the fanfic I Ain't No Lady, But You'd Be the Tramp by user Ted Dirty Sock, published in July 24, 2010, which is recognized as one of the first works to establish core Omegaverse traits, including scenting, claiming bites. Oh, that's another thing too, is that when you have like an alpha has to mark their territory, so they have to mark their like omega by biting them, and that's how you like create the connection, or you like claim someone. Huh. Such as the idea of biological cycles affecting behavior also has rooted in early media such as Star Trek, featuring Vulcan mating rituals. What the fuck? I still don't believe that. There's another one very similar to Omegaverse, but it's called Dom and Subverse. It's a very I've only read two of those. And it's basically the same thing, but like so it's that one's a weird one where someone has to be like, oh, instead of like you go in and he, it's just like, oh, I need to be submissive to, like I need to be submissive. It's weird. It's an interesting thing. Don't forget about soul bonds, which implies there's a soulmate for everyone. In Omegaverse? I don't think that's a thing. I've never heard of that. You can kind of just bond with whoever, as long as they're like, if Alpha Omega or Omega Alpha. Though I've been really enjoying Omega X Omega is really good. That's an AO3 though. I haven't read any like BL like that. But I don't really read too much AO3 stuff because I have a hard time reading on my monitors or on my phone. I know exactly who to ask. Who? Me? Because I don't know, I think that's a pretty good explanation. It's just something you just kind of have to start, like, you just have to find BLs. Like, go read Soul City, the one I recommended. Go read that. Juniverse stories? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never read any BLs that's Omegaverse that have this soul bond. Because you could usually just like kind of just like mark whoever, right? Just like give them a quick bite. There is one I've read though. I can't remember the name of it. Where this guy tries to mark, he keeps trying to mark this Omega, but the Omega keeps fighting back and pushes him back. And it wasn't allowing him to get marked. It was Subgamer. There was another Omega where he took too many suppressants that I read, and it burned his like pheromones or whatever. Like I guess the whatever like organ it is that he really uses to release pheromones, he like burned it. So now he, by like all metric, he's basically like a beta. Which, you know, we all hate betas around here. We hate betas. Betas are gross. If you're a beta, I am sorry. Petite. Oh, poor Petite. Oh, I feel so bad for Petite that they gotta keep getting beta. Beta. Bye. Oh, you're gonna leave? Bye, Prince. Have a go to my dude. Have a good rest of your Sunday. You believe in we hate beta. I like betas. Nah, so the reason there's so much hate within the BL community or Omegaverse is because betas are just regular people. So basically, if you're classified as a beta, that means you're just like a regular person. So everyone like hates you. It's just a weird like trope or whatever, but like I've read a bunch where like no one cares about betas. Betas are just regular people. No one cares about them. It's not about alpha tendencies. It's just like, I mean, alpha, it's just about like, I don't know, you're like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just basically like the organs and that you have, right? I mean, technically like alphas, like it's more of a, because like you can even be an Omega with alpha tendencies, right? Or vice versa. Yeah, thank you for the stretch, hydrate, and posture. But it's not about tendencies. It's just literally like what you're born with. But if you want to picture yourself as an alpha, go for it though. Or go take the Omegaverse test, and I'll tell you what you are. The first time I took it, I got stoic Omega, and then the second time I got submissive Omega. If you don't have a knot, no, it's not that. You trust me, in the BL, in Omegaverse, the guys don't have knots. That's not a thing. They do call the act of knotting, which the act of knotting is basically getting someone pregnant. That's basically what it is. The act of knotting is basically trying to get someone pregnant, but you don't have like the guys' dicks don't have knots. That's not a thing in Omegaverse. And got beta? Yeah, oh, you got beta. Lol. And Omegas, and there's just Steve the beta. Steve the beta, yeah. Yeah, you got self-alpha? Really? Okay, I can kind of see that. Linko. How boring. Nodding without a knot? How not? Yeah, it's, I mean, it looked, I mean, I could see why, because it would probably look weird, you know? But like the act of nodding is just basically getting your Omega like pregnant. But it also depends on the story, because like I've read it a couple times where when you knot someone, it's because you're trying to get them pregnant, or you could just get them pregnant by accident. Then you got submissive. You got submissive. Really, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't really know too many who have got. Oh, who else do I know who's gotten submissive Omega? I can't really recall. It's so crazy that fucking. Actually, no, never mind. I can't. Every time I just think about it, I'm like, Sani, how did he get alpha? But no, I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. Never mind. I take it back. I can see that. I wonder what Shizu's gotten. Huh. Now I'm like curious about what everyone's tests are. I should have asked more questions. Next time I hang out with everyone, I'm gonna start asking more questions. Cause I wanna know what like other people got. Like I wonder what like, well, I already know what Petit got. I wonder what like Cryo got. I wonder what Litchi got. I wonder what Joey got. I wonder what, who else? Who else? Shizu. Huh. Food for thought. Food for thought. When I take it's 50-50. I've gotten mine like pretty like, yeah. Even when I thought I acted more aggressively, I got even worse. Because the first time I took it, I just answered honestly, and I got a stoic Omega. And then I tried answering like more like aggressively, and I somehow got fucking submissive Omega. I was like, what? And I was curious. Yeah. There's like a couple tests out there, but that one's like, there's one that's like the more famous one. I love good live streams. Nice stream. Oh, thank you. I love your name. I hope you enjoy your stay. We're just kind of vibing. We're talking about Mega versus BL. But beam bum bum bum. Oh my god, you know what's my biggest gripe sometimes reading BL is the fact that I'll accidentally run into Doomer BL or Doomer Yaoi. Do you guys know what that is or not? Do you guys know what Doomer Yaoi or BL is? I've like run into that shit by accident, and it's like the worst fucking feeling ever, and I hate it. Is this a bratty sub Dottie? That's wild. No. So what Doomer BL is, it's basically that the story ends in a bad way. It's a bad ending to the story. And I don't like them. I am not a fan of them, because like if I'm gonna get depressed reading this shit, I want a happy ending, because that's happened to me where I'm like, damn, this hit me fucking hard. One of the more like really like depressing stories I've read is called Marrying Man. And that's I love the art. It was really, I love that art. I love that BL so much. Definitely top 3 for me. But it's really depressing. And if it ended like on a bad note, I would have like, I don't know, I would have been probably broken for a couple days. But there's one I read called Fallen Lamb a couple months ago, and it didn't have any Doomer tags. And it's just like, it literally ends. So how the story goes is it's like basically a cowboy that goes searching for work, and he gets hired to take care of like these sheep, right? And basically the farmer tells him, look, if you see anyone out there, don't trust them, shoot them on the spot. Shoot him on the spot. And he goes like, okay. And in that, while he's out there in the woods, he stumbles upon this guy, this twinkish guy. And so like we don't really know what the twinkish guy is. Like I think like we don't really like, we figure out by the end of it that he's some sort of like Wendigo demon thing, but basically like he ends up eating like the sheep, and the cowboy, he like, he throws himself off the side of a mountain. Because he got upset because they like during that time they really bonded, right? Because he was feeling pretty lonesome, and he really bonded with them really hard. And it turns out that the twink demon was just using him to get the sheep. And then he got yelled at by the farmer, didn't get paid, and then he just, and I was like, what the, this is how it ends? I'm like, why didn't this have Doomer tags? What the fuck, man? I'm like, now I'm just depressed. What the fuck is this? I was like, what the fuck? All right, thank you, Doc. You're welcome. Of you guys living in Omegaverse, VTuber Manuel, maybe. Most of the time, I find the fluffiest, cutest things. I like fluffy things. Dottie Omegaverse coming out? Great question. Pretty accurate. See, I don't think that's. I think stoic is more accurate, to be honest. I am. I am very excited for JJK. I mean, I've already read like the entire manga, so I already know how it's gonna go. But I can't wait to see it animated. Sounds like canonical Fox and the Hounds. Oh, is that canonical? What the fuck? That's yeah, dude. That's what I was really upset after like reading that. I'm like, because normally like there's tags, right? So like when you pick up a new manhwa, it'll have like the tags of like I don't know. It'll say like I don't know like BL, yaoi, drama, and stuff like that, you know? And usually when it's a doomer, another one's that one that has like a depressing or bad ending, it'll say doomer. Or like doom or something along those lines. This one did not have those tags. Did not have those fucking tags. And I was like, what the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? And then that's happened to me twice now. And it's like just really depressing to read. My other biggest gripe with BL too is that I don't know what it is, but it sometimes feels like you're reading a really good story and all of a sudden the ending gets just hella fucking rushed. Like you're like, it feels like you're in the middle, like you're in the thick of the plot or you're in the middle of it. And then it's just like, we love each other, the end. And I'm like, what? That just happened to me recently with another one. It's called Cash. I think it was like Cash and Money or something like that. And I was like, it literally feels like they're literally in the middle of like what like oh shit, shit's about to go down. There's so many plot holes left. There's so many things going on, and it's just like the end. And I'm like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? And I feel like that happens a lot recently. There's like another one I read called this one was called 4-Week Lovers, and like. It's really there's like oh my god this one was so upsetting because I really liked this one where it like started like super well, literally in the thick of it. There's so many plot holes, like they don't want one of them to get married to this guy, and then like 2 chapters go by, they're married, and the story ends, and I'm just like, what the actual fuck? What? How? What the fuck you mean this is the end? What the fuck happened to this storyline? There's so many plot holes. Oh my god. Will be in a movie? Probably Kami, yeah, that'd be my guess. It should be put as a movie. Wait, BL and yaoi are 2 different things? The way I understood it, Queso, is BL is more like Korean, while yaoi is more Japanese. Doom, like Click Shotgun. To the book ending of Fox and the Hound? I didn't know that. I wonder if it took inspiration from that then. What Omega? It should be like the first, just type in Omega verse quiz, and it should be like the first one, I think. Yo, what's up, Neo? Welcome back. Where can I read those? If you're in my Discord, I'll have like snippets there. But there's another one called Kalio Scan. Just type in like, honestly, just type in like whatever you're looking for, like type in like Salt City Chapter 1, and you should probably, it'll pop up on Google. But yeah, that's so annoying when like stories get super rushed and it's just the end. Like the fuck you mean the end? What the fuck happens to all these plot holes? And like I've been reading a lot recently where what happens is, I guess it's not really the author's fault. It's more the companies or like not the devs. What the fuck is it called? The companies that help like push their content out, like rush them to end it, and they're like, we need you to start working on this new BL. Well, yaoi's just well, like the way I understand it is like BL, Korean, yaoi, Japanese. At least that's the way I get it. Can I comprehend this? Thank you, Muck. Right, it looks like I'm accident. Well, it's not even the authors. It's not even the authors. It's just more like the publishers. That's what I mean. The publishers like force them to like end the story, and I feel like that's been happening a lot. There's another one I was going to read because I really thought the art was really pretty, but then there's a TikTok creator that I follow who does like BL news, and he talked about this particular one and how like I guess the author was forced to end the story because they're like, yeah, we need you to stop working on this, or like it's going too long, just end it already type thing. And he like axed the story basically. It's just like the end. It's like, what the fuck? And this keeps happening. yaoi when I stub my toe. What? Wait, Shenny, you might know this. Is BL Korean and yaoi's Japanese? Because I've always interpreted it as that, but I don't know if that's accurate. Yes, is that accurate? Because like, like BL is Korean and BL. But can't be 100% sure. Huh. Really? So that's interesting. One says here, yaoi's often used as a label with more explicit sexual content. When I've experienced the opposite. While BL is used for stories with less explicit or non-sexual romantic focus. Like for me, it's been the complete opposite. Today's an educational stream on BL, guys. I hope you guys are excited. An entire point. I'm honestly kind of tempted to message him, Jenny. I'm kind of tempted to be like, hey Joey, I need your assistance with something. Cause like I'm like, is that really the only difference? Like, I feel like is not consistent, but the term, because I've never really thought about it till now. I'm just like, what's the difference between the two? Is like, it's just BL is just more like Korean, or like I don't know. Let's see here, Reddit. Let's see, Reddit's here. Let's see what Reddit says. I mean, they're both two sides of the same coin, correct? But like, there is a difference, right? At the end of the day, they each have their own side, though, and that's what I'm wondering. And I feel like Joey would probably know that. Honestly, I just don't know anyone who like might know more than me. Is more softcore, more hardcore. Really, I have had the complete opposite experience. Where like for me, BL was more like hardcore compared to yaoi. I read something. Okay, this is kind of funny. Someone says yaoi is gay and BL stands for Black Lagoon. Great action anime from the 2000s. But like that's the thing. People like I've been like some people are saying it's because it's yaoi's more explicit, but I'm like I've had the complete opposite experience. I feel like BL is much more explicit. For once, like when I read BL, like I don't see fucking lightsabers being thrown around. Because that's like I've seen Vinci, like I don't really care that much anymore. But before I used to be like, I know Black Lagoon is great. I love Roberta. Roberta's fucking amazing. Um, so like an issue that I used to like or not like when I first started reading BL, a gripe that I used to have would be that like lightsabers, right? You see these like people swinging around like lightsabers, if that makes sense. Instead of their dicks, you just see the lightsabers. And I like, and then some BLs now are explicit, so you can see everything. You can even see the veins. Where do you go? I can't really say the website in the open, but like you can look it up. It's really easy to find. I promise. Just type in like I don't know Pearl Boy Chapter 1, and you'll find some sites. You mean the censoring? Yeah. I mean, it's just everyone calls it lightsabers now. It's just these lightsabers being slung around. Both is Japanese. I don't think BL is Japanese though. BL does not come from Japan. Everything I've read so far is saying like BL is more Western or like Korean or even Chinese. It doesn't really seem like there's a definitive thing. They don't actually have lights. Yeah, they don't have actually lightsabers. Basically, so what they do is for the censoring of their dicks, they just put like it just looks like they put like a white shade or like a white like rectangle on their dick, and it just looks like they have like a lightsaber. I meant it depends. Oh, it depends on where BL. I mean, I'd say it just depends on the story. It doesn't really depend on where. It just depends on your story. Or at least all the sites I have access to is there's everything. The place that I go for my stuff, like manhwa, manga, whatever, it has everything you could want. Flashbang, yeah. It's a broad term. But like, where does the BL come from? Well, yeah, I think it's like but yaoi's also become a broad term though, right? But I think yaoi originated in Japan. But where does the term BL originate from, right? Because it is a broad term, but like, where does BL originate from? And I can't, because some people are saying like, oh, Western, some people are saying like Chinese, and some people are saying like Korean, and I'm just like, doesn't really seem like there's any origin or definitive origin. Back to the Fabo. Hentai stories. Someone like a couple hentai. What? That's funny. Feels more modern. Yeah, BL feels more modern. Like yaoi comes from like the 1970s, based in Japan. I know that for a fact. I know yaoi originates from Japan 100%. That's not even like a question. Like, but the question is like where? Like originally. So what's really really interesting about yaoi? Don't correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I'm not like super 100% accurate on this. Is that BL or sorry, yaoi comes from the 1970s as women's interpretation of like the way society feels to them, basically. Which is why a lot of times like you see like yaoi is meant for women, and like you're usually made of like guys are made like pretty or whatever. Boys love. But yeah, but what is the term BL though? The term BL. I thought BL was something to describe how boys love regardless of where it comes from. Yeah, but I'm just trying to find the origin of BL though. The term like BL. Can't figure this out. The term BL is the origin how do I say it? Is the origin like Korean or like term like origin like country does come from? Cause yaoi comes from Japan. Cause the term yaoi comes from Japan, but like BL where though? I feel like I'm gonna message Joey because I feel like he would know this. I feel like he would. He's like that because I'm not getting a clear answer on Google. I feel like you like what is, because they're the only person I can think of that would know this. Yeah, what's up, Goshak? Country does it come from like the term pan, but like BL where you would okay, let's see what they say. I'll have it ready for next time. Joey had a full stream dedicated to, so it's really, did he really? Yeah, that's some commitment. That's some commitment right there. Wait, did they really have a like a PowerPoint presentation? That's commitment. I don't know if I'd ever go that far. Actually, I mean, I am pretty enthusiastic about Bamiel though, but I like reading it though. I like reading it a lot. I've so like I wish I could show you guys like my bookmarks. I have like over 200 bookmarks that I check weekly for any new updates. But it was a way to describe different stories, ironically originating from the shouju. I'm pretty sure like yaoi was just a way because like they couldn't really like make women, how do I explain it, put in the male position. So like fine, two males. Japan from the word biru? Biru? Really? Biru? What the fuck is biru? What does that mean, Sheni? It says BL came first. Yeah, we was coined 10 years later. How? Wait, how is it coined? Because like the first yaoi came out in what, 1970s? I don't think that would have, if it came 10 years later, then 1960s BL came out? Like, I don't think that's accurate. Where did you see that? On the final exam, because I think I'm gonna have to repeat the year video. It's gonna be in the final exam, everyone. Yo, what's up, Goshak? We need to talk to the gay historian. Yeah, we need to talk to the most BL this historian that I am aware of at the moment, which I think would probably be Joey. I can't think of anyone else who might know more. I mean, the fact that they did a stream dedicated to BL terms tells me that they probably I don't know. I don't know who's like, I don't know anyone who's done that. Like, that's some commitment right there. That's some commitment. Yeah, we between pancake lover and like and waffle lover. Explain the Japanese. That's some commitment. That's some work. That's so much work too. That's crazy. See, I don't think I could do that. I don't even. I'm like, where the fuck do I even have time? Where would I find the time to do that? Huh? To say these ancient yaois. There is like one of the first yaois that I read. I always forget the name of it. Is like, it's a pretty fucked up story, and I'm like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I shouldn't have been reading as a kid. Like there's like another one I read, another yaoi that I read in I think it was like, yeah, it was either my freshman year. No, it was in middle school. It was middle school, I think. Called like, I don't recommend this one at all. Like, now that I have a mostly fully developed frontal cortex, I recognize this as no bueno. It's Akane ga nai. Yeah, Akane. Yeah, exactly, Prince. Akane ga nai. That was like the first one I ever read, which was like, I'm like, oh, like what the fuck am I, like, a kid should not be reading that. A kid should not be reading that. What the fuck? And I remember like reading it too because I'm like, oh, the character looks like me. Oh, interesting. Okay, so wait, update everyone, update. Joey responded. It's Japanese like a loan word. Same word gero is gal. Interesting, huh? I did not know that. Okay. Huh. To everyone. But I am talking about. What can I say? I like my gay stuff, right? Origin of
thought. Okay, that is very insightful. It's just a loan word. I didn't, huh? You look, why do I look, how do I look drunk? You can't even see me. So, okay. Interesting. Borrowing. Interesting. Okay, so it's just a loan word. Never mind. It is Japanese in origin then. See, okay, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense then. When he's trying to convince us, I'm not 47. The fuck you mean? Very important educational stream, answering the most important yaoi. Exactly, answering the most important yaoi questions. At a certain angle, look drunk. Oh, did it? Yeah, because I was looking down on my phone. This is guys, this is very important information, okay? We need to find the origin of BL. But I guess it is. It's just a loan term, so never mind. And everywhere I read is just wrong. Everyone's like, no, it's a Chinese term. And I'm like, Chinese? I don't think that makes sense. Korean term? No, I don't think that makes sense either. Might be getting a new expansion. I did hear about that. Yeah, I did hear about it getting a new expansion soon. That was very interesting. Yeah, I'm failing. Don't worry. I think I'm failing the exam too. Because I was wrong. So what would it be? Either one of those? No, it's a loan term. So it's a loan term from Japan, basically. It's just like it just means yaoi, but I guess more Western or like actually, you know, what does a loan term even mean? Actually, now that I think about it, these often loan words are from which are translated phrases which share a common origin from being borrowed. Interesting. The English language has incorporated numerous loan words. Has incorporated numerous loan words, especially from Latin, Greek, and French and Italian. Huh. We gotta go to Con when one of those BL game shows. Oh my god, yes, Shani, yes! Yo! I didn't know that was a thing, but I would love that. Holy shit. I wonder how much I feel like I know a lot of BL, but then moments like this is when I'm like, I actually know jack shit, I feel like. I'm very hyper specific on my BL. When it comes to Menwa, I feel like I know a lot, right? But other stuff, I feel like I don't know jack shit. Then some random people on the internet. But that, oh no! I broke my clicker! Fuck! God damn it! No! Fuck me. God damn it. I know, I got too excited. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, no, I think I fixed it, kind of. I shoved it back in. I wasn't gentle. I shoved it back in, and it's kind of stuck. Yaoi has a Korean translation, yeah. I mean, they said a little bit more. They actually added on. Let me see what they said. No, it's a Japanese, but it's just like any other loan word they use. Is derived from shown in AI and then it gets stored into BL now. That is like, that's so interesting. Cause like, huh. See, I would have never thought that. I never, and I mean, it makes sense now, right? As the saying goes, right? Hindsight is 2020. But I would have never thought that. Such aggressive clicking. I do. Yeah, when I get enthusiastic, I start like I need to like click on something or like I need to do something, right? It's weird. It's like one time I was so when I used to work at the fine dining Italian restaurant, the cops called the restaurant looking for me. And I wasn't nervous, right? Because that's what my manager thought. My manager thought I was nervous because what I started doing is I started circling a table. I started walking in like circles around this table, and he's like, "Don't be nervous. Everything's fine." I'm like, "No, I'm not nervous. I just like I'm enthusiastic about the conversation." So I just like I need to start like doing something. I'll come as long as a cheerleader, bet. And I got submissive Omega. Did you grab? That's funny. Hold up, why didn't you? Oh yeah, have I never talked to that story on why the cops were looking for me? Have I ever talked about this story? I thought I have, but maybe I haven't. Burying the lead there, the lead. I murdered someone, that's why. Haha. Yeah, the cops were looking for me. So my neighbor thought I died. And he called the cops for a wellness check. And I was at work. So so I was leaving. I was leaving to go to work. And I took my key to like lock the door, and I got stuck. And it wouldn't come out. And in me trying to like take it out of the lock, the key lock, I like the key broke and I cut myself. So then there was like, and my door was white, right? So I like broke it off and cut myself, and there was like blood all over the door. And I was like, I'll deal with this later. I'm late to work. And I just made sure like before I locked, like before I actually like, you know, left, I just made sure that the back door was like ajar so I could walk through. So like now I had like blood splattered all over the front door. And so it was at my neighbor where I was working, and that's when they called. I guess they like found, I don't know how they found out, but I found that I was working there. And they're like, hey, we're just kind of calling to let you know to come just take a look, because so like I guess this, I found out later, this was kind of like illegal. They weren't supposed to do this, but like they saw the blood, and then they went through the backyard and went into the house. They went into my house looking for me, and they checked the entire house, and then they didn't find anything. And that's when I guess they called me to figure out to see if I was alive or not. You made somebody think you were murdered. Yeah, somebody thought I died. Someone thought I got murdered. I can you what's up, G? Or I felt caring neighbors, heartwarming, yeah. Well, I mean, those neighbors were dickheads, though, actually. That neighbor was a dickhead. I really hate that guy. Like, to this day, he's, like, easily the worst fucking person I think I've ever fucking met. I'm pretty sure they could do that. Oh, yeah, probable cause. That's a good point, Helsing. Yeah, probable cause, yeah. They're like, oh, fuck, we think someone murdered, we need to go into their house. And you know what the fucking weirdest? Oh, my God. They probably thought I was a fucking stripper or some shit, dude. You want to hear why? I'll tell you why. Cause like I never used my tips, right? From when I worked there, my cash tips. So like, and I used to have a really bad habit of just shoving them in my pocket, my cash tips. So what I would do is I would come home tired and just throw my fucking tips all over the floor, and then just go like shower, lay in my bed. That's what I would do almost like every night. And so I just had a bunch of fucking like $10 bills, ones, 20s, just all over the fucking ground. Did you check your BL? Yeah. You might have seen on TV. Your house probably smelled like death. Wait, why did it would smell like death? Oh, because, well, I think it was just the blood smeared all over my fucking door that made him think I died. And the funny thing is, the same thing happened to me like a week later. But the thing is, like this time, I didn't cut myself. I just got the door lock, like the door fucking broke again, or the key broke again. Like a week later, I was so fucking upset. I was like, what the fuck? I want to kick out his dog if he is. Dude, yeah, basically, dude, they were assholes, man. They were such assholes. Like one time I paid this guy to like clean the like it was like really snowing really hard. It like snowed like, I don't know, almost a foot of snow. And I like paid a guy to clear out the driveway, and they got upset. And like we used the same driveway. So it was like our driveway, like the driveway cut into two spots, or cut into their side and our side. And they got upset that I paid someone. They're like, we didn't approve of this. I'm like, what's the fuck is your problem? There were such assholes. There was another time too. We paid. I don't know how my dad found these people, or these workers, but they were like helping us like move stuff, right? Because when we were moving and stuff, and he comes up and he's like, "Do you speak English? Huh? Do you speak English? Ustedes from country?" And I'm like, what the? He like just got hell. He's like the hell, and he's like Italian. His mom came from Italy too. I don't know what the fuck his problem was. I hated him so fucking much. God, he was such an asshole, dude. I fucking hated his guts so fucking much. Did they think they had to pay? I don't fucking know, dude. No, they were upset because, like, I guess like the guy broke these like $1 like no, there was like 50-cent like wooden sticks he would put on the ground to mark the driveway. But I'm like, I'm just gonna pay a guy $50 to just clear our driveway and that's it. And like that when that happened, he came out giving him shit. He started giving him like the dude hella shit. I'm just like, just finish clearing it, please. Like, I don't care for this. Who starts a conversation when you just say, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. This guy was fucking whack. And I mean fucking whack, dude. I hated this guy with my fucking guts so much. And like, you know what's the worst part too? And this is like the saddest part. So the guy, so how this guy came to live there. Before that, there was this other couple, right? And like we were super chill with like them, right? Or the guy rather. The wife was always a little bit weird, but we were super chill with the husband. Super chill dude. He'd invite us over all the time. We'd invite him over. Super chill dude. And so I didn't know this, but my mom started seeing someone at night walking to the like that's their house because it was a uni house. It was like one big house and it was cut into two sides. And so she kept noticing someone coming in at like 1 a.m. when the husband wasn't around. And the saddest fucking thing happened was I guess he had a conversation with like the husband had a conversation with my dad being like, you know, I feel like our spark isn't there anymore and I want to do something really special for her, which was she was taking her to a trip. I think it was, I want to say Italy, I think it was. But it was, I mean, regardless, it was a European country because that's where like she hasn't been able to visit her family in like 12 years or something like that. And she took her on this wonderful, amazing fucking trip because he sent us photos. And then like a week later, that's when like she divorced him. And like, I don't know how, I mean, I think it's because she was more of the breadwinner. I think he was like, he was already in retirement, this dude. And like she ended up keeping the house. And that's when we finally get to meet the new husband, who was a fucking piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Fuck him. Homewrecker. Poor, yeah, dude, he was such a kind dude. I know his son was not about it though. His son, I remember meeting his son one time, like when that whole shit was going down, he looked pissed up to his mom. I mean, who wouldn't be, to be honest? So I don't know. I don't know. I'm like going through my head now of this dude, and fuck, that guy pissed me off. God, that guy pisses me off. Oh my god, God. Hates that. And he was a cop. You know what I didn't tell you guys this too. Oh my god. He's an ex-cop. He fucking looked me up on his system. He looked me up. He looked me up in the police inventory, which is like I had no way to prove it, but he had like information that I'm like, how the fuck did you know that? Like, how did you know that information? I forgot exactly what he did. I'm trying to remember because I remember there was something he did where I'm like, how do you know that information? And the only way he would have known is if he looked me up in the system. It was like unrelated. I think it was like he was like saying how I think he said like, oh, so like be careful. You're only what was it? A green oh no a green card holder. Yeah, you're a green card holder. You wouldn't want to do anything bad now. And I'm like, are you, first of all, are you threatening me? And then two, how the fuck do you know that information? How the hell did you know that information? Did he? No, he never used it against me or anything like that. He just threatened me with it. It was weird. He was a weird dude. He was like a paranoid dude. He like, we never really gave a single fuck, but like he would point his cameras into our yard. He was like like the paranoid police guy. He'd he pointed his cameras, he pointed like the lights into our yard for some reason. He was a weird dude. Control freak a little bit, yeah. He actually got in the system for yeah, exactly, Dottie Scarlet. Put under investigation, probably, yeah. I don't know. It was weird. And then like the other lady was a little bit weird. She so during COVID, she got a hazmat suit. Fun fact. She literally bought a hazmat suit for COVID. She was a whole other person too. And then I remember one time, I think she was like she worked at like the politician, like, or town, I don't remember, like town service or whatnot. Yeah, like a full suit. She literally had a full on hazmat suit. Yeah. And I think she worked at town hall. That's the word I was in for. She worked at town hall, and like I guess one time during we got like snowed in pretty badly, and the people clearing out the roads made a giant snow pile on our road, or on our entrance to the road. And she got really upset, and I guess like she called, like she's like, I know, blah 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 blah, this is, I will not stand for this. And I guess she called someone that she knows in town hall to come fix it. I don't know, man. They were fucking weird, dude. I don't know. They just be making cops. Yeah, basically. Dude, I don't know. They were fucking weird ass people, man. Like I don't how do you like I don't know. They were just weird people. Like hella fucking weird people, dude. And I'm sure I can think of more stories like that of them. Like they were just weird. We had so many issues. One time my dad like straight up like told him, because my dad got fed up with him. He's like, all right, you know what? Then let's, why don't we handle this like the olden days, right? You and me, let's go back, let's go out in the back, and we just fight, and whoever comes up on top wins. And according to my dad, that's when he like backed off. I don't know if I remember if I was there for that or no. But I'm like, Dad, you shouldn't have done that. Like, what if he like shot you? Like, I'm like, I know this. He's the type of guy to 100% have like guns on him. That's not even a question. And my dad goes, well, I guess I would have gotten shot then. And I'm like, what, Dad? Shut up. I'm gonna backhand you. Don't you ever say that. Oh my God. I miss those days when we handled it with fists, yeah. Because my dad told me that, like, that's like back in my day, when we used to have issues, we would just go out in the back and just fist each. I mean, fist. We would just go out and fist each other. Ah, that's not the word I was looking for. That's not the word I was looking for. We would just go out in the back and fist each other. Oh my God. Yeah, I didn't mean to say fisting. I meant like punching, but that's just the word that came out. Like, I imagine punch. So this is what I imagine when saying that. Punch. I imagine like punching, and I couldn't think of the word punching. So I'm like, that's a fist. I'm like, fisting. Oh my God, dude. What the hell? Nah, that's not my cup of tea. That is just not up my alley. Don't backhand your father. What if your dad shorts you? You'll have short me, I guess. I don't know. Interesting to hear. Yeah, that's yeah. You say I'm weird. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant it more like punching. I just couldn't think of the word punching at the moment, you know? What do you want from me? Okay? My English is my second language, right? ESL, ESL, ESL. Look here, neighbor. If you keep bothering my kid, I'll be damn sure to fist you. Yeah, dude, he was so weird. That guy was so weird. That's why, like, when he called the cops for that, it felt really weird to me, because I'm like, he doesn't give a fuck. This guy doesn't give a fuck. If anything, he's probably hoping that I died and be like, finally, I'm done with this family. God damn it, dude. God. I don't miss like living next to that guy. He was such a horrible fucking neighbor. And you know what's the funniest part too? This might be actually, no, it's not illegal since I'm no longer in the US technically. But so I signed up my email for like US Postal Service at that address, at the old place I used to live at. And like I've noticed throughout like, and since I've left, there's been like 3-4 new owners at that address. So it makes me wonder, are they all like leaving that address because of this fucking guy? Because he was just a dickhead. He's just such a fucking dickhead. And so like I've just done, that's just something I've noticed is like no one's staying at this house because like it's not even a rental. It was like to buy the house, right? It was like I forgot the name of it. It's like a uni house. It's just like a giant house. Kind of looks like almost like a little. It looks like a little mansion, and it's just like two houses in one. So like I wouldn't be surprised. Like people just keep leaving the house. I guess I don't know. No, not a townhouse. No, there's a term for it. It's just two houses in one. There's just a term for it. I can't remember. I don't know why my it's funny because I don't know why my parents chose that house to be honest. Because I remember thinking I'm like they're always so much they're crazy about their privacy, and like they're like so we like you're like sharing a house basically. There's like a term for the house, but I just can't remember what it's called. It's kind of common. They're kind of common in Connecticut. Or like I guess a better way to explain it is two houses attached that are attached to each other. Like there's you can't go inside each other's houses or anything like that, but they're just attached to each other. I might be a better like literally picture like taking two houses, squishing them together, and that's it. They're just attached, but they're not like you can't go into each other's houses. If I think that might be better or might make more sense like that. Yeah. Oh, there's another time too. Oh my god, dude, he's such a fucking dickhead. Paranoid fucking dickhead cop. A duplex. Yeah, that's the term. A duplex house. There's another time I came home late from work. It was like probably like 1, 2 a.m. And as I like got into my driveway, he just fucking runs out. He fucking runs out with a giant ass like high beam flashlight and shining it in my fucking face or at my car. And I was like, what the fuck is your problem? Yo, it's a placeholder. I was like, what the fuck is your problem? Just blinding me as I'm like going into the driveway. Like, which made me wonder, he probably put up some like motion sensors or like some things. I don't know. But God, he is such a fucking dickhead. Such a fucking dickhead. Fuck him. I hate that guy. Like, straight up. Such a fucking dickhead. Not to mention, he got hella racist with the people I hired, or my parents hired to like move everything. Such a fucking dickhead. Yo, what's the placeholder? Yo, 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 yo. You don't like him? Yeah, fucking don't like him. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. And you know what the fucking worst thing is? I got manipulated by him, kind of. Cause like once we started moving out, that's when he actually got like really he got really kind at the end, right? He started like they brought me food because I was the only one at home moving stuff, but that's a whole other story. But like I was like bawling my eyes out. That was like such a rough week for me. But so I was like moving everything, trying to get everything out, and they like brought me food. They're like, "Oh, we've like just we're gonna bring you food and stuff." Because you didn't have power. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I didn't have power like for a month, and like in like November, which fucking sucked. I had to sleep in my which thank God I had my LARPing stuff. I had to sleep in my sleeping tent or my sleeping tent, my sleeping bag that was meant for Arctic weather. That sucked. And they brought me food and stuff, but I almost felt like, all right, we're gonna help you get the fuck out of here faster. Maybe don't tell me what I can or can't do, Sir Ellie. Your Connecticut adventures, yeah. There's like I mean, this one I think I've told a couple times. I'm pretty sure I've told this one, but there's another time I almost died in a snowstorm to spite my sister. Team 2 Omegaverse to talk ranting peak content. Isn't that the start of winter? Well, winter starts in October, but yeah. And so what happened is that like my I don't know, my dad took the paperwork for like paying the power bill, and I couldn't find the paperwork because there's like certain numbers on there that you need to pay your power bill. And my dad didn't know the numbers, but he took the paperwork with him and he couldn't find the paperwork. And so I just couldn't pay the power bill. And then to reactivate the power and to like pay the pending balance and then late fees and all these other fucking fees that stacked up, I had to pay like $900 to turn everything back on. And then after that, it took them like 3 days to turn it back on. And like I was so pissed at my dad. I remember yelling at him at the phone. I was like, "Why the fuck? You're not living here anymore." Because at this point he hasn't been living here for like 3 months. So I'm like yelling into the phone. I'm like, "Why would you take this paperwork if you like haven't, like if you're not gonna pay it, or like if you don't even live here anymore? Why the fuck would you take this paperwork? What is wrong with you? Why would you take this paperwork?" And he just didn't say. He had nothing to say, which he didn't. Like, how can you have like anything to say to that? That was definitely what they wanted. Yeah, they wanted me gone, dude. I don't know. They didn't. It was weird though because I had like good conversations with him. Like there would be random times where I would just have like good conversations with him. What the fuck is this song? Is that French? Oh, okay. I feel you. Like we'd have like random conversation. I'd have like random conversations where he'd be like really chill, and then other times he was just such a dickhead. Yo, what's up, Quinny? Hi, Quinny. Such a fucking dickhead. God. What are we talking about? Oh, my old neighbor who was a dickhead. Don't worry, we appreciate you and want you here. I appreciate you guys. Uh, maybe he had beat. Nah, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Actually, I had no idea. He wasn't like that though. He was bipolar is like pretty drastic. Cause I've met people with bipolar, and when people have bipolar, like they like completely flip flop hard. I don't think he had BPD. Like BPD is like where I'm just like imagine just me having a good time and all of a sudden I'm yelling at you like in a split second. At least from my experience. But no, I don't think he would have BTD. Oh my god, that was such another funny story. How I almost died in a snowstorm to spite my sister. I still have kind of a grudge against that. I still have a grudge for that, to be honest. Is it bipolar? Is it? I thought BPD was bipolar. Oh, remember, kids, don't ever walk through a snowstorm in a vest, t-shirt, or a what is it? Is that a t-shirt? It's a dress shirt and dress pants to like spite someone. I understand annoying people. I would say annoying people. Borderline personality disorder. Oh, so what's the difference? What's the difference between the both then? Or what is borderline personality disorder? Because I don't feel like I've heard of that one before or heard of that term. I thought BPD was bipolar. Ba la 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 la. Ba da 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 la 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 la. But yeah, I think I've told you guys that story before, right? How I almost died in a snowstorm to spite myself. I think I've told that one many times actually. I think I've told that so many times. I'm still pissed about that. My problem is that like I have a tendency to remember things like they happened yesterday. So like for me that feels pretty fresh. That happened like it feels like that happened like a month or two ago. So I feel like I'm still spiteful over that. My elementary school to me feels like it happened maybe like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's weird. The way I remember things is kind of like weird sometimes to me. And I don't like it, to be honest. I don't like the fact that I still remember things from my elementary school that feel like it happened only a couple years ago. It makes wonder whether people had a time controlling impulsive emotions and be so like unlike bipolar. I've never heard of that. The story? I heard it. Yeah, it's crazy. Something that could happen. If yeah, I'll tell it for you, Kreb. Okay. So this was on Christmas Eve, and my sister worked at the me and her my sister and I worked at the same place. I was a waiter, or a server. She was a busboy or bus girl, I guess, in her case. And so I finally got off of work, and like, so what was supposed to happen is this. So I got dropped off at work. Um, I got dropped off at work. And then she was supposed to like come home, and then after that we go straight to work. Sorry, we go straight home after like we both finish working. And so basically the day comes to an end. And so I've worked a double. She's only worked the evening shift. I've worked a double. I've been there since like 11. I am fucking exhausted. We get out of work at like 1 to 2 a.m. I am exhausted. I am tired. All I want to do is go home. And like keep in mind, we live 5 minutes away from the house. All I want to do is just go to sleep. But my sister, one of her friends there, who is a busboy, we'll call him Ben. Ben, he is quite the smoker of the marijuana, the devil's lettuce, the tainted grass. Um, and so, um, I'm telling my sister I want to go home and sleep, and she's like, "Well, no, because if I go home and she doesn't show up, she's gonna get in trouble." And she's like, "Well, I just want to smoke for a little bit and we'll go home." And I'm like, "No, I just want to go straight home. We literally live right next to the restaurant. Just take me home. I am fucking tired." And like the thing is, my phone died at this point, so I have really no way to tell my parents or communicate with them. And I'm telling her, "I'm tired. I just want to go to sleep, please." Um, and she's like, "No, no, no." And she has the keys. She refused to give me the keys, and I'm not gonna like I'm not the type of person to pry it out of her fingers. Now I would. If like my current me was back then, I don't have a lot of patience for people anymore. I would just pry it out of her hands. Um and so basically like they come like she doesn't really convince me, but like she told me it'll be quick. So I'm like, "All right, let's see how quick this is." First of all, the car ride was like 15 minutes to like Ben's house. We finally get there, and like during this time, I'm like slowly starting to boil at the fact that like I've worked a double, I've worked so hard. I've been working a double almost every day for like the last week. I just want to go home and rest. That's all I want to do. Tomorrow's my day off. I just want to go home and sleep. I'm like losing my shit in the car. And then, they offer me if I want some. I don't like it. I've never had a good experience doing it. It's just not for me. I don't care if others do it. Whatever. After like 5 minutes goes by, I'm like, okay, it's not that quick. I leave the car because I was just sitting in the car. They offered me for me to sit inside, but I'm like, I don't like the smell. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna sit in the car. And like I start really like getting cold in the car. So I just decide to start fucking walking. I get out, I go into the driveway, and I look around. I start going to the left, and I realize, oh, it's a dead end. So I take a right. I start walking to the right, and I just start walking in a direction. I just start walking. I am fucking pissed. I am so livid. And like I start to realize, I'm like, it is really, really cold. It is so cold. I am only wearing a vest, a dress shirt, dress pants, and dress shoes. And like, I think it was like -10, or like, it was like -10 to -20 degree weather, right? Middle of the fucking winter. And like, every time I stop moving, I start shivering and I start feeling really cold. So the only thing really keeping me going is like me just constantly walking. And like I even start getting more pissed off where I'm thinking like there's a high likelihood that if I go back, or if I don't go back, I could freeze to death tonight. And I come to that realization. But I am so upset. I am so mad. I think to myself, well, you know what? If I die tonight, that's gonna be on my sister, and I hope she lives with it the rest of her life. That was my mentality, dude. I was so toxic. I was just that pissed off. I was just so upset because like I was just been working like doubles nonstop, and all I wanted to do was just go home and sleep. So I'm like walking. I'm like I meet a like I don't know. I think I met like a homeless guy with like alcohol. He had like alcohol or like a beer or something, and like paper. And he like and I just walk by him and just say like, Merry Christmas or whatever, good Christmas Eve, just walks by. And then at some point I come upon these two cops, and I'm completely lost because I have no idea where the fuck I am. To be honest, like I'm so lost. So I start approaching them being like, "Hey, can I like get help with something? And they like yell at me because I guess there was like a Yo, Jam, thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. So I get this mentality of or sorry, I start approaching them. They yell at me, which I understand now because they didn't know who the fuck I was. What if I pulled a gun on them? At the time, I didn't understand why, but now I know. It's like, what if I had a weapon on me or something? They yell at me to don't move. But the thing is, like, I'm standing there waiting for them to be done because it looks like there was like domestic disturbance at this person's house because there was like a sobbing lady. And so one of the cops finally comes up to me and he's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I'm lost." He's like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Sellington." And I'm like, "Well, you know this is Sellington, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I have no idea where the fuck I'm going. I just need directions." And he basically like points me towards like a hospital kind of. Or no, he doesn't point me towards a hospital. I figured that out myself later. He just points me like in a general direction. And um and he offers me a ride, but I kind of got sketched out by them, to be honest, because they just looked really sketchy to me. So I was like, no, I'll just go by myself. And so I just start like walking in a direction again. And that's when I notice off in the distance, there's something called Mount Southington. Mount Southington is basically like a ski mountain and has a bunch of lights. It is very, very bright. And you start using that as a reference to where I think I am. And at some point, I'm walking. And I come upon this sign, the hospital, this broken down hospital sign for like Southington Hospital. And I look to my right or left. The sign's broken. It's on the ground. So now I have to figure out if I go right or left. Because one is like going like higher up and the other one's going lower. And then I use my like, okay, I know where Mount Southington is. It's in that direction. I know where the hospital is usually to that direction. So then from there, I get an idea of where the hospital I think is. So I'm like, I'm gonna take the left road and go lower, like, cause like I'm basically like it feels like I'm on the side of a mountain, is what it feels like I am. And so like I take the left side, and I start walking, and I finally I see like the hospital. And that's when I walk by this road, or walk by this car in a driveway. I don't think anything at the time. I just walk by it and I'm gonna like, all right, I'm gonna make my way to the hospital. I'm gonna get inside the hospital. I'm just gonna sit there for a second. And then from there, I know how to get to my house from the hospital. Then from there, I'm just gonna go home, right? And so once that happens, once that happens, uh, I'm like walking, making my way there. A car drives by me and slows down and like parks in front of me. And I just hear someone yell out, "Alex?" And I'm like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, wait, who could this be? Like, so many people were going through my head. It was my fucking bartender from that night. And she goes to me like, "Yeah, I recognize the uniform." And I was like, who the fuck is this? And that's when they stopped in front of me. And then, they offered me a ride and I get inside their car and, we're just talking or whatever, what the fuck happened or whatnot. And they're just explaining they were picking up their kid from the dad because she has like custody on like Christmas. And so she finally drops me off at my house. And that's when I guess my parents weren't home. And I like the door was luckily unlocked because they thought like, what if I make my way home? They'll keep the door unlocked. So I got in, I finally get home, take a shower, and then my parents show up. And they were pissed off at me. They were really upset at my sister, like absolutely fuming at my sister. Because yeah, no, yeah, they realized I could have died because I didn't have a coat with me. I didn't bring a coat with me. So they're pissed at my sister. They're pissed at me. Ben's parents are mad at me. They said I ruined Christmas for them. Because they almost called the cops looking for me, like filing a missing persons case. And I remember just explaining to my parents, like, I don't give a fuck. I want to go home and sleep. If I die, that better be on my sister's conscience for the rest of her life. I remember telling that to my parents. So like the beginning, it was quiet, like at Silent Hill. It was very eerily quiet. That must have been the best shower of your life. It was pretty high up there. I don't know if it was the best shower, but it's pretty high up there. But I was just remember feeling so mad at my sister, just being like, if I don't care if I die. I don't care if I die. It is on her. It is on her if I die. I would say blame it on your sister refusing to listen. Yeah. Well, like this is something like she's much better now, but like back then, oh my god, she was such a fucking brat. I don't even know if I would call it a brat. Like she was just so like it's me, 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 me. Like there would be times she would like just take the car at like 1 a.m. to go hang out with her friends, or like friends would come pick her up at like 3 a.m. Like I remember one time I woke up to like my parents and her yelling at each other because she wanted to go out at like 2 a.m. to do who knows what, and my parents didn't want her to go out, and I'm like, what the fuck? It was just, oh my god, I fucking it was terrible. How old was I? I don't know, to be honest. I think I was like, I'm trying to remember. I was like 21, maybe 22. I don't know. Maybe no, I don't know. I was gonna say 20, but I don't think I was 20. I don't know. I don't remember. I was like around that area. I was like around, yeah, I was around that area because I remember my sister was still in high school. I don't know. I don't remember. But that was like that happened like 5 years ago, I think. What year are we in? We're 2026. Yeah, so like around 5 years ago that happened. Was last year. You'll have to beautiful and successful evening if you want to see something cute. Good night. Bye, Merc. Have a good one, my dude. Thank you for coming by. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Have a great rest of your weekend. Sleep well. Well, I guess that your weekend has ended, so never mind. Sleep well and have a great day at work tomorrow. Bimba. Oh my god, dude! But I was just like every time I think of that, man, I just feel like I'm gonna like. I was so mad at my sister. God damn it. Um. No, dude, I don't know. I just had wild moments working at that restaurant. I really had such crazy moments working at that restaurant. Also, thank you for the Doritos. Yum 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 yum. I know I've told this story, but like the gay bartender. And the reason I say gay bartender is because he does not. Leo was the definition of like a gay guy who looks straight. He straight up looked like a hella straight guy. He was like super buff. Yeah, he just looked like he didn't talk like he didn't have an. He was just a super straight. He looked like a super straight guy, but like he would like. I remember on New Year's he like picked me up, tickled me, put me on the ground. Um, I know I've talked about this one, the girl who would call me boy toy, and I didn't know what the fuck that meant until I looked it up, and I was like, what the fuck? You've been calling me this in front of everyone? What the fuck? Um, yeah, I just had so many crazy moments at that restaurant, dude. Um, yeah. Oh my fucking god. And then like shitty moments too. There's like I remember this guy ended up getting fired because he was like an alcoholic who would come like drunk at work all the time. But there was one time like this is when I first started being there as a busser. I was a busser. And he like I was supposed to help him like set up this like giant table of like 18 people. But I didn't know how. I don't know how it was supposed to go set up. And I was like trying to tell him that, but he just wasn't listening to me. He was like very much a type of dude who just like just mutes everything else around him. And he's like, "Why are you helping me?" And I'm like, "I don't know how to do this." He's like, "You don't know how to fucking do this? It's not fucking rocket science. Useless." And because he had a very strong like accent. He had a very strong accent. And I was like, "What the fuck's your problem?" I'm like, "It's literally my first day." He's like, "Oh, it's your first day?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, just do it like this." And I'm like, "Who the fuck does this guy think he is? The fuck?" God. Fuck that guy. But yeah, he got fired for being an alcoholic. He kept showing up like hella drunk to work. Actually, now that I think about it, we had a lot of alcoholics at work. A lot of people got fired for being drunk at work. Was it the same restaurant? Yeah, it was the same restaurant, yeah. The fine dining Italian restaurants. To be honest, I had people tell me I look gay, but I act straight. I don't think I've ever had anyone tell me what I look. Well, no, I've never had because I was about to say the gay guy or the gay bartender. He always would to tell me he's like, I don't know what you are, whatever that means. I look half gay. What the fuck does it even mean? I'm glad I'm no longer with her. Yeah, that's just what does that even mean? You're half gay. I don't know what the fuck that means. That's weird. Ba la 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 da 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 la la la. God, but yeah, man, I just fucking hate people. So many shitty people out there in the world. And I hate it. People always surprise them gay. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's just like, I don't know. I don't really know what people think I am. I mean, as it is, people think I get confused. Every time I go in public, people get confused. You know what's really interesting? It's really interesting what you wear. Because, like, I've noticed this. So I have, like, more, like, dressier shirts. You know that, like, type of shirt where it's a little bit more, it's a dress shirt, basically, right? So I got a couple of those to go for that academia type of look, right? And so whenever I wear those out, I tend to get more like, oh, hello, sir, type of requests or type of like, said. But like if I wear maybe like just like a sweatshirt, or anything like a t-shirt, I get called ma'am, which I find kind of funny. Oh, did she say the F slur to you, Queso? Did she say that? The F slur? Are you serious? That's wild if that's what she did. But it's really interesting how like depending on where you wear what you wear just kind of like decides people's perception of you, and that could be like a huge impact as well. Ba la 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 la. Fuck, man. I don't know. I just started thinking of the fact. Sorry, I don't think we ever finished the conversation about the fact like the BLs that like I shouldn't have been reading as a kid. The no money one, Okane no ga money. Like I should have not been reading that as a kid, dude. What is wrong with me? Then the other one I should have not been reading too, which was like I think I was in middle school when I read this one too. Was like Super Lovers. That was like now that I mostly have a mostly fully developed frontal cortex. Why was that? The fuck's wrong with me? Man? This is why people need to like control what kids see via the internet. Um, and I remember reading like fan fiction on these websites too. Like, I should have not been seeing that as a kid, dude. And she said the Dutch equivalent to me on multiple occasions. That's wild, Queso. What the fuck's wrong with her? I have mixed reactions when wearing certain clothing items. Very interesting it is. You know Super Lovers? I know Super Lovers. Yeah, I've read that in middle school. That's like the third or like that's one of the first things I ever read or BL or like yaois that I read as a kid. And I should have not read that. That would like now like there's so much stuff that I read or like as a kid. I am now horrified that I did. I'm like I should have not been doing this stuff as a kid. I should have not been watching this or reading this as a kid. And the prime example is that one, like super. That should have like that was just like that one, like that one's just It's better forgotten, to be honest. In my personal opinion, it's better that one's just kind of forgotten. I thought my first BL was haunted. Yeah, dude, that one needs to be just kind of forgotten. Yo, what's up, Phoenix Kid? What's up, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. How is you? How is you? How is you? Yeah, that one I wish I never read that. Same with a like I don't know. Not to mention they were like not like they weren't even good BLs either. Like I literally remember reading the no Akane no ga money or whatever it's called because I remember like oh I look like first of all this is like the character like me as a kid I didn't know any better, right? Because I'm like oh the character looks like me, right? But like he's supposed to be like a university student. Like a university student looks like a middle schooler. Like, what? And that's why I read it, because I'm like, oh, it looks like me. And I remember like reading this and I'm like, what the? And I remember just being like, I don't even know what I was thinking at the time. I ended up dropping it though. But I remember reading it and then I got to like the spicier scenes of it. And I was like thinking, oh, this is like kind of like weird. Like this is kind of weird. I don't understand. Like I just didn't understand, the spicy stuff. I didn't understand as to why it was like going on, right? I'm like, this is kind of weird, I guess. I don't know. I'm a dumb middle schooler. I don't know any better. Um, and I thought like and I thought like once like I like for example Super Lovers like that when I read that in middle school I'm like, oh, I thought this was cute, but now I'm like, and as an adult I'm like horrified. I'm just horrified. I'm like, why the fuck did I read that? What is wrong with me? Why did no one restrict my internet? Same with like the fan fictions that I read. Why did no one restrict my fan fiction or like my internet? I unfiltered internet access to a kid is not what I would recommend ever. It's worse when you were a maker of those fan fictions. Oh, were you a maker of those? That's funny. Like, there's just so many things that I should have not been able to read or watch in middle school. I'm horrified, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just wild shit. Don't as a word of touch, kids should not have unfiltered access to the internet, I think. Oh god. I had the same thing with some creative Frozen fan fiction. Whoa. I know this feeling very well, right? It's just and there's like a bunch of other ones I read, but I don't remember the names of those. Definitely not. Saw some stuff that fucked me up. Yeah, I don't know if like any of them fucked me up per se. I mean, maybe some of the fan fiction. There was some fan fiction ones that I read that kind of maybe like fucked me up. There was like one fan fiction that I read one time. This was fucking wild. This was a wild. I don't even know. Like again, I don't know how the fuck I stumbled upon this. This is a wild fucking like. I remember me just typing it on my like on. I think what I had access to was my phone, my iPhone. And I like type into Safari. I was like, what the fuck did I type? I think I typed in like, um, what was it? I was like, um, I think it was like boys, ex boys, like drawing or like something like that. I can't remember what the hell. I typed in something like that. And then I stumbled across this fan fiction website of just a bunch of different stories. And one of the stories that I read that I still remember to this day that I read was this guy being like, I won't go into detail because it was like horrifying, but it was like this guy basically got put into like in a dungeon of some sort and got like, I don't even fucking know, like just a lot of stuff happens. We'll leave it at that. A lot of stuff happens. And I'm like, oh, be like at the time, I remember thinking at the time, I was like, I didn't know what I was feeling. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this feeling. I kind of feel weird reading this. And I'm like, now that I know, I was like, I should have not been reading this as a child. I should have not been reading this as a child. M for M? No, it wasn't M for M. It was like Boys X Boys or something like that. And just stuff like that. It was just there's just a lot of stuff I shouldn't have been reading. There's like another one I read one time where this guy or this dude got like forced to go to like a girls' academy and was like forced to cross dress. And then he somehow like ends up quotation marks at the boys' locker room from another like, and shit happens. Stuff happens. That's another one I shouldn't have read. There's just so many stuff where I'm like, I wonder what happened to my brain because I read these things. when I was like 8. That's wild. I didn't think I think I discovered like spicy fan fictions when I was like, I don't know, how old was I? I want to say I was like 6th grade. How old is 6th grade? 6th or 7th grade is like when I discovered it. But I don't know how old is 6th grade. That's like, I don't know, stuff. Yeah, stuff. That's like 11. Is that 11? Okay, then yeah, when I was like 11. Although I remember when I got caught because my mom pianist in the ALS3. Yeah, to see, that's what I mean. No one ever checked my stuff. No one ever checked my stuff ever. So that's why you should not have unfiltered access to the internet as a child, because that could be very, very no bueno. Dude, it was just wild, man. It is so fucking wild. Oh my god, what I fucking looked up. What else? What else? What else I got? Um, any other stuff like that? I mean, there's so many that I read though. I remember like at one point though, it kind of got like addictive to like I was reading it every night. I would just kind of like go off in my corner and just read these every single night. Um, yeah. And then I remember like stumbling upon like tumblers too, like random tumblers here and there of just like, you know, very graphical things. My therapist told him to. That's not like bad, honest. Like I said, I think it's important that like adults monitor what they're doing, especially now. It's so much worse now, dude. It's kind of crazy to me that I come to like the realization, me as a child, like I was like, how do I word this correctly? Um, I could have easily been like taken advantage of as a kid, easily, so easily, so fucking easily. Because like I remember going into these group chats too. I remember going to these group chats and talking to people, but I never like these group chats were like I don't even, like they were anonymous, I guess, right? All these group chats were just anonymous stuff. So like um you just like after you talk to them you would just never talk to them again. But like now I imagine like Discord, all these things like oh my god, dude. I feel like thank God I like dodged the bullet that Discord wasn't a thing until I was like in high school. Yeah, old school. I mean, I don't know if I discovered old school Tumblr. A lot of the Tumblrs that I saw were like abandoned. Or like there were like things weren't posted on them anymore, I think. I don't remember, but a lot of them weren't updated. A horror tentacle monster? Oh god. From my perspective now it was good, but at the time I didn't understand why they never checked for like 3 years. Yeah, I mean it's just wild, right? You would think that you think it's important to check your like child's like phone, but you just kind of don't. I mean I can't blame it like too. Well, I mean I can actually, because I do have the mentality of like if well you as an adult or a parent don't know how to check things or manage your devices, then you're not going to. But like at the same time though, it's important like if you're going to give your child a device that you know how to check it. So I don't know, it's hard. I don't really know. I'm speaking like I speak from a person who like knows technology be really well, but give it like 30 years from now and maybe I'll be like, yeah, I have no idea how any of this technology works anymore, you know? Don't lose your way. Oh, I almost dropped my phone. Like back in elementary school, middle school, I was a huge Naruto, and I came across. Oh, I love Naruto, dude. You know what my favorite character was? Fucking what was her name or his name? The ice dude Haku. I loved Haku. God, man, dude. That was such like an eye opener for me. I remember being like infatuated with Haku. I was like, whoa, that's what I want to be. Your phone just went bang, yeah, because I opened it, yeah. I got a notification someone subscribed to my Patreon. His gay awakening was Haku, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was a gay awakening, but it was like, I want to look like Haku. That's what I want to look like. Well, I remember feeling very like mixed about it though. Who had infamous for filming certain videos. I won't name her and I won't say what she did, but involved dog. Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Okay, so I know exactly what you're talking about because that's circulated in my middle school. Same with other videos, we'll say. One with a cup, we'll put it that way. I remember I remember I don't remember how the fuck it happened. I think one day a kid came to school talking about like stuff he saw and they're like, no way that's real. And then he was like, yeah, I saw it. And like, no. And then we all went home and looked it up and we were all fucking traumatized. Make it where kids under 10 don't have flip. Yeah, well, Shani, I don't know if you saw. In Australia, kids under 16 aren't allowed to have social media anymore. Which I actually think is probably a good thing, to be honest. I think that's a good thing. I know a lot of people were upset by that, but I honestly think that's probably a good thing. Cause like social media, I mean, I've never been crazy about social media. I only started like becoming more of a social media person once I started like VTubing, but before I didn't give a single fuck about it. And so I think it's very detrimental, social media in general. So I think it is like kind of, important. Everyone remember iButtons? I don't know what that is. You mean the girl with the last name that's the same as one of the... Well, I don't know the name. I don't know the name, Queso. But I remember that got circulated in, like, my middle school, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember her name, but I just remember, like, someone... like, I remember coming home, and there was, like, another one, too, with the horse and the guy. The horse and the guy who died because, he did stuff with a horse. And I remember that getting circulated in middle school, and we're like, no, that's not real. And the guy, and he's like, yeah, I saw it. And I'm like, no, and then we looked it up, and we all got traumatized. The only person who hasn't seen it, I got FIFA. You're lucky. You did not get traumatized. Gotta keep the stream. I don't know. I don't think the stream's very Christian. But yeah, maybe don't say. I don't know. I don't know if that's a ban-worthy thing. Oh my god, dude, it's wild, dude. The internet is just a wild place, man. Like, yeah. But like, thank goodness, like Discord wasn't a thing when I was like in middle school or anything like that. Like, I don't know, man. There's a YouTuber that I watch that like actively talks about like how Discord is mishandling like a lot of things. And he like actively talks about these like Discord servers and stuff like that. And I could like honestly, I could have easily seen myself in like a lot of these Discord servers in middle school or in high school. Like easily. Like holy fuck. Like thank goodness like Discord just was not a thing until I was like when I was like I was in like high school, because at that point like during my like junior and senior year, I think like Discord was already a thing, but I didn't really discover it until then. And I was like, that's when I was like in my macho era of like, I play football, I lift weights, I'm macho, you know? Pre-11, I don't think I was that crazy about YouTube back then. I don't remember that much on YouTube. Did they really? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Never saw that. Huh. Ba 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 ba. Into I think the CEO, dude, oh my, when someone, dude, this is like the most easiest. You guys see like there's a recent interview with the Roblox CEO, and like this was the fucking easiest question. Someone asked him, so what are you doing to help combat child that stuff that's going on Roblox? And easiest fucking question in the world, his fucking reply was, oh, we could take advantage of this and make more money. That was basically his TLDR reply. Like, there's a way to make money out of this. What the fuck is wrong with you to say that? Holy fuck. Dude, that's wild to say. I swear, man, dude, this Roblox CEO, like, he must be like a fucking, I don't even know. I don't even know, like, if that's sociopath or so. I don't even know what the fuck that is, dude. That is wild shit to me. And like, oh fuck, I don't know, man. That's fucking wild. Fucking wild. Didn't Tinder stop a dating app for kids or something like that? I think so. I don't remember. Tinder and like all those. I remember like one time. Have I told you guys the time where I downloaded Grinder thinking it was an actual dating app, and then everyone started sending me dicks, and I was like, this is not a dating app. I'm like, wait, this isn't a dating app. I'm like, why is everyone only sending me their dicks? This is not a dating app. What? He definitely isn't putting the whole CFO saying to the rest. He really isn't. Yeah. It says he's stuck on making a dating website for 17 plus. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know any better. I was like, oh, let me try Grinder for a dating app. And then next thing, like, I remember setting up my profile so nicely too. I put a lot of effort into it. I like set it up really nicely, and then I started scrolling through, and I was like, well, no one's face is on here. And then I started getting like hit up a lot. My phone like started fucking popping off, and I'm like checking it, and it's just dick pic, dick pic, dick pic. And then I forgot the what, like hung. I didn't know what that meant at the time either. They're like, I'm hung, and they're like, I'm hung 6.5. I'm 3 miles away. I'm like, what? I'm like, what is this? I'm like, is this for dating? I'm like, what is this app? I don't think this is for dating. Is it hung? Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. So I lasted like 1 day on that app. Use Tommy? I've never heard. There's so many like dating apps. Fucking Meat House, bro. Dude, it's like the wildest thing too is like I remember that day specifically, which makes it even more awkward, kind of. I mean, no one ever knew except me, right? But I went out to dinner with my family that night. And my phone wouldn't stop vibrating. My phone wouldn't stop fucking popping off. I ended up putting on silence. And my parents were like, "Who's messaging you?" And I'm like, "Oh, just friends." And like I just yeah. So oh my god, I feel so stupid now too. Like I said, I set up like I had like all these nice pictures. I set up my profile so nicely, and it was not what I thought. It was not a dating app. At least the whole restaurant didn't hear the grinder sound. But grinder has a sound? Was that the sound popping off? Wait, was that the sound? No! Don't tell me this, Northgard! Wait! Was that a unique sound to grinder? No! Don't tell me this, Northgard! Don't tell me this. So you're fucking telling me anyone in the restaurant that knew that sound knew my fucking business? Are you telling me this? Are you fucking telling me this? You got to be kidding me! Oh my fuck. Oh fuck. God damn it. Oh, I think at least God, that's like I guess at least I hope no one in my family knew what that sound was. Fucking A. I didn't think about that. Fuck me. I'm wow. I wow. Wow. Okay. Hi, Bonnie. He got a lot of people exposed that night. I think I'm the most that was more exposed than anything. because my phone wouldn't shut the fuck up, and it kept dinging or making the sound or whatnot. And I remember getting so annoyed because I didn't like the grinder, or now what I know is the grinder sound. I didn't like it. I don't know. That's something that pissed me off about the sound, and it just kept going off and off and off and off. And then my parents like, "Oh, who's like messaging you?" And I'm just like, "Friends, friends, friends." And then it kept going off, and then I put it on vibrate, and it kept vibrating. So then I put it on silence. So you're telling me anyone who knew that sound was just knew my business. They're like, "Oh, wow, that person over there getting a lot of grinder messages. Wow." We're ending stream right now. Wow, dude, what the fuck, man? Oh. Oh, I think that's the worst thing ever is like realizing things like years later. Cause what was that? That was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Oh my god, dude. And I guess I didn't realize it at the time that Grinder had its unique sound, didn't it? I just I I need to give myself a concussion to wipe this conversation. I want to go back to ignorance. I want to go back to when I didn't know this. I want to go back to ignorance is bliss. I just want to go back to what I didn't know. I want to go back to what I didn't know. Oh my god, I'm horrified. I am fucking horrified right now. Fuck me. Fuck, god damn it. I am fucking horrified. I am horrified right now. I need a therapist. I need a fucking psychologist up in this bitch right now. The whole fucking restaurant knew. The whole fucking restaurant. Oh my fuck. There is no difference. Well, that's the thing too, Spacesuit. One of the reasons I didn't mind it as much at the time is because I thought it was a fucking dating app. I thought it was just a regular dating app. It's a fucking hookup site. All I got were fucking dick pics. So many dick pics and abs. Dick pics and abs. So many just random abs and dick pics. God. Damn. Fucking. God damn it. Oh. No, Bonnie. So, to give context to you, Bonnie, I downloaded Grinder thinking it was a dating app, and that night I set up my like profile real nicely, and that night I went to like go eat with my parents, and I had my notifications on the app because I want to make sure I get the messages, and I started getting a ton of messages, like a fucking fuck ton, and like my phone kept dinging from like the sound effect of Grinder, to the point where like my parents even asked like, who's messaging you? You're getting so many messages. And I was just like, oh, I don't know. Friends. I just said friends. I don't like I knew it was Grinder, but I just said friends. I'm not gonna tell them, oh, it's a dating app. So I put it on vibrate and it still kept going off. So then I put it on silence. But the point is that the sound effect, the Grinder fucking sound effect was popping off and shit. And like I remember like later that evening, finally getting home after dinner and opening up my fucking phone, being like, whoa, I got so many like messages from people already. Whoa. Dick pic, ab, more dick pics, more dicks, abs, dick, ab, dick, abs, ab, dick. And then someone be like, oh, I don't know, 6.5, hung, 3 miles away. Like, are you like, what was it? I think it was like, are you like receiving? Like, are we going to your place or my place? I'm like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? I'm like, what is this? This doesn't feel like a dating app anymore. And then it wasn't. It was a fucking hookup app. dating like for yeah. I thought Grinder was just a regular dating app. I didn't think it was a hookup app until I got a fuck ton of dick pics, and then I realized, oh, this is not a dating app, but a hookup app to catch the freak out. I mean, it's in the VOD. You guys could probably clip it from there, but oh my god, Northgard, why Northgard? You made me stop being ignorant. I would have preferred if I just didn't know. Can I just fuck me, dude? Oh my god. Do I have Grinder? No, I don't. I don't do hookups. I've never been one for hookups. I think I don't understand. I will never. Okay, let me put it this way. Hookups are not for me. I will never understand how people do it. I understand why people do it, but hookups are just not for me. That's not a thing I'll ever do, ever, ever, ever. I just will never understand that. I've never been the type of person to understand like how someone can just like text someone in the morning, by the afternoon be like, I'm gonna show up to your place, do the weeha, and then just leave. It's just not for me. It's not my cup of tea. I can't do that. I will never be able to do something like that. Daddy needs a good cuddle. I like cuddles. Yes, I do like my cuddles. Hookups are just, no, that's just not a thing I can do ever, 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 ever. No. I'm too anxious of a person. Oh my god, my throat. My freak out, my throat died. I will never, it's just like, I'm too anxious of a person to just randomly be able to be like, yes, you and me tonight or this afternoon. Like, I can never. Just no. Like, nah. Nope. That's not me. When ignorance is bliss, yeah. Well, the thing about, like, there's actually, I've watched a couple videos on it because I do find it very interesting. The thing about the dating scene this day and age is that it's very superficial. Because I did, like, end up going on Bumble, and I went on a couple dates with Bumble, and they all kind of sucked. Like there is a time I went on a date and I got left under a palm tree while it was raining and they smoked cigarettes. That really sucked. That one really was not great. And then there was like another one that wasn't great either. Yeah, it was, oh, I just cringe at those. And then yeah. Hope this helps. Oh, I don't have my water bottle. Oh wait, I have coffee left. I mean, it's each their own. So like, what I find very interesting about hooking up or hookup apps, is that, so I like to wander onto the Gay Bro subreddit a lot. I think it's a very fascinating subreddit from everyone's stories on there. And what I find interesting about it is how like everyone has different perspectives on the hooking up thing, right? Some people generally just like to do it for like the dopamine. They're just like free dopamine basically, right? Other people do it because they're like looking for a relationship, but they can't find anything, so they find it like intimacy through hookups. Which usually gets like dark for a lot of who do that because there's no real intimacy with hookups most of the time, right? So a lot of them like end up getting heartbroken. But it's like usually one or the other. And I just find it very interesting how that's the thing. But like I just don't understand. Like I don't know. I have a hard time trusting people sometimes, and I could just not trust a random stranger to make sure that like they don't have anything like weird diseases or like I just yeah. Like that's just, I don't understand it. Plus, like I don't know anything about the person. How could I just like not talk to them, like and just be like, I like how you look. Let's hook up. Like I just don't get that. I will never. I just don't. I don't know. That's just it's just for me. I don't get it. I will never understand it. Yeah, what's up, laughing stock? No, you have to apologize. Dating nowadays looks superficial. Ain't for me. Yeah, I'm fine with dating sims. Yeah, I mean, not that you can't find success because there are people who find success on those apps, but they're far in between. They're far in between. I think like honestly, like just going to places with same interests, like cons or I don't know, just finding a hobby that you can like share stuff with other people. I think you're more likely to find someone like that. I'll let that person into my life. That's fair. I can kind of I understand that. How's my day? My day's been good. Though I got traumatized because I realized something I didn't realize before. Yay! Oh my god. I want to subscribe to your Patreon so bad, but I'm too broke. It's okay. I mean, if you're like, so how to explain it? If you want to listen to like the spicier stuff, I post like one freebie a month on Reddit. Um, and then like YouTube has the free stuff. So I always try to give free options as much as I can, if possible, if you do want to do it that way. Or be furry. 90% of people not. Wait, what? What do you mean? New trauma unlocked. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, it's so. I'm gonna have to, so my way of coping when I figure out cringy shit like this is that I need to tell this story over and over to people until I grow like immune to this cringy feeling, this feeling of cringe that I'm feeling, right? So after this, I need to go hang out to someone who hasn't heard the story yet and tell it in front of people. That way, every time I say it, I will get crushed slowly until there's nothing left and I feel nothing towards that story anymore. Or that new discovery. Yeah, or be a furry. 90% of the people not straight. Or that's true. Actually, no, I get what you're saying now. Yeah. I guess that's true. Yeah, a lot of furries aren't usually straight. They're usually bi. So that's another option too. Be a furry. Just talk to Merc. He'll love that, lol. I'm just a lurker. Now if no, don't feel called out. Don't feel called out. No. That's a good point actually though. Creo, that's a good point. I feel like a lot of furries that I know are like bi, right? A lot of them are bi. So like that's actually a great spot to look probably. Well actually no, I feel like I've heard like how like hypersexual the furry community can be actually. So that might just be a lot of hookups. No, I have a Reddit. Or on Twitter too. I post some freebies on Twitter too. On like on my 18 plus Twitter. But yeah, I've Reddit. I post on the what is it? Gay Audio Gone Wild. I actually posted a freebie today before going on stream. I like posting freebies once in a while. One as advertisement and just also like, yeah, here you go. Like, I want people to be able to enjoy my content without being forced to like, dish out money if they can't or don't want or whatever. Oh my god, that reminds me, dude. I had someone I was going through my Patreon. I was trying to just kind of get an idea of like how my Patreon's doing and stuff. And I had someone wanted a refund because they didn't want to pay like their like country tax. Right? So usually how when you buy an item, it's the item plus tax. They're like, I want a refund because I didn't want to pay tax. And I'm like, no, that's just, you want me to help you do tax evasion? Plus, like, they already have access to all my stuff. So, like, no, you can't get a refund when you already have access to all my stuff. Like, I like, that's just like, anytime you buy anything online, you're gonna have to pay taxes. Depends on your country. Which is like, so my Patreon would fall under digital goods, right? So yeah, you have to pay taxes. I mean, it's gonna come down to your country, right? Every country is different on how much taxes you pay on digital goods. But they got mad and they wanted a refund. I was like, no, I can't give you a refund for a tax that your country like enforces. Like, what? So when they hit the purchase, exactly, yeah, and that's another good point, Case. So it literally tells them how much it's gonna cost before they purchase. Yeah, because they said that I overcharged them, and I'm like, I didn't overcharge you. I said how much it's gonna cost, and then you have to pay your country's taxes or state taxes or whatever taxes. Reddit, yeah, Reddit. That 10% of furries are straight. I mean, there's straight furries. Just set your to some region, U.S. state. I have to set it to Mexico, but it doesn't matter, Northgard, because the taxes come off of the tax. Oh, there goes my clicker again. My taxes go off of whatever country they're purchasing from. So if they're purchasing from, I don't know, Greenland, whatever their regulation is in Greenland, that's how much taxes they're gonna have to pay. If they're like in France, they have to pay the taxes that France enforces. You have to pay 21%? That's crazy, dude. That's actually fucking insane. Holy fuck. For digital goods, that's actually kind of insane. You have 23? What the fuck? Are you guys wait, you guys are European, huh? Well, I know Queso is, but Krito, are you also European? Cuz that's insane. 21, 23? That is high. Yeah, that's fucking insane. Jesus Christ. That's really high. Like I thought like it would be like 10%. That's Jesus Christ. That's really high. Same, yeah, EU. Fuck, that's crazy. What's the you know what? Let me figure out what's the taxes in Mexico. Denmark or Denmark. Um, let's see. Mexico that on digital products. Ba la 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 la. Let's see here. 16%. Wait, what? In addition, are required to withhold 50% VAT and electronic. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Fuck. Uh I forgot about this. Oh my god, I hate Mexico sometimes. So we've been having like so I forgot this was a thing. I just kind of got educated on something. But they're adding 50% to 100% VAT plus like income tax of 20%. Um so Mexico has a weird system. So Mexico has like a lot of issues with like fraud. So like whenever you buy goods that are considered outside of Mexico, you have to put in something called an RFC, which is like your tax ID. So like whenever I buy items from outside like of Mexico, I have to always put in like my RFC usually. Um, and now what I'm not understanding now is like, is this something like if I'm paying or if it's my products? Yeah, I don't understand. Non-compliance may result in temporary suspension. This is wild. Wait, what the fuck? This is wild. Why have I have an accountant? How am I not aware of any of this? What the fuck? I am. What the fuck? Okay. I mean, I just don't understand. Is it the like which way does it come? Ba da ba. Okay, so it's when I'm buying online items outside of Mexico. The fuck? Why is there a 50% tax? So I'm gonna have to use my VPN to buy stuff now. Ba da 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 la 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 la. What did I tune? Grr, grr. Please don't commit tax fraud again. What do you mean again? What did I tune into? I just discovered like I don't know. There's some weird tax stuff I don't understand that I need to talk to my accountant. I just like I'm kind of confused what this is. Like, is it when a where like I'm buying inside or outside? I don't understand. I don't really understand. I'm confuzzled. All right, well, this is a conversation for my accountant that I need to talk to. Is making the situation kind of feel heavy? Is it? I wasn't even paying attention. What was the music? Seems appropriate for the given plot. Yeah. Well, I'm just like, what the like 50% to 100% VAT is insane. That's actually insane. So I'm confused. Like, is this like taxes that like we're like, what is this? I just don't understand if this is like when I'm buying a product or when I'm selling a product. Both is bad. Cause like you know what's something that really bothers me? So anytime I buy art, I can't write it off on my taxes. Cause to do that, I have to get it like whenever you write something off in Mexico, you have to send it to like the tax authorities here in Mexico. And then they accept it or deny it. But the thing is, they'll only accept ones that have like that are in Mexico. So if it's outside of Mexico, you're fucked. And like the people that I buy art from, for example, are all over the place. None of them are. Literally, I've only ever worked with one person in Mexico. In the Hall of Mountain King, was it? Workers like animals? Do you know Shen Yun? I don't know what Shen Yun is. I've never heard of that. They want you to buy local. Yeah, I mean, it is to buy local, but the problem is there's a lot of stuff that like I can't buy local, right? Like for example, well, yeah, I already know that you'll be taxed. Yeah, I already know. I get imported for my books all the time. But for example, those books, I can't buy those inside Mexico. They're literally sold at one place on the UK Warhammer website. That's the only place I can buy them from. At least the limited edition. Like the regular books, when they're regular books, I buy them from shops here. But like limited edition, I can't buy them in person. Well, wow. Can't get local stroop waffles? Nope. What the fuck is a stroop waffle? But that's what the like that's wild. I'm mad. That's so wild. Beaky, I know Beaky, I know Beaky, I know Beaky, and I know Beaky, I know Beaky, and I know Beaky, I know Beaky. No local yaoi. Yeah, there's no local. I mean, in fairness, I don't really buy yaoi in person or BL. I did one time. I bought Sasaki and Miyano at a con, but like I still haven't fucking read it. I bought like the first 3 chapters or 3 volumes, and I haven't read a single ounce of it. I think I just prefer to read my BL in person because I'm also too embarrassed to like read that in the open. You're right. Shut the hell up, Helsing! What the fuck? Oh my. Let me forget. Let me forget. Oh. Let me forget. Please let me forget. Let me forget. I don't want to remember. Just let me forget, please. Let me forget. I don't want to remember. Just let me forget. Aww. Hmm. Hmm. Aww. 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 I need to go tell that. We're ending stream here in like about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go find someone I could probably. What is Shiri doing? I feel like that's the only person I know for a fact is streaming right now. Yeah, okay, they're streaming right now. I'm gonna go hop on that stream. I'm gonna tell it to them. I'm gonna find someone else's stream. I'm gonna tell everyone. So I just grow immune. I grow immune to this. I don't feel anything about the story anymore, and it will just die. It will die. I gotta make myself not cringe. You get coffee? I already drinking coffee, and I don't want ice cream. No, I'll take some ice cream. I'll take some ice cream. Ah! Six, seven. Ban queso right now. Ban queso. Ban. Time queso out or ban him. Ban. You know what? Ban him. Ban queso. Ban queso. I think it was a door. It was 9,000. I'm sorry, but it was. Roar. Roar. Ban him. Fine, I'll just do it myself. Where are you, Casey? You're getting timed out. Oh. Don't worry. Why? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go bite a curve I'm gonna go bite the fucking curve on my street and just fucking push in my head. Dude, I can't forget now. Oh my god. At least my family didn't know, right? My family didn't know what that sound was. At least my family didn't know what that sound was, right? Emotional, yeah, fucking super effective. Oh my god, dude. This hurts. This hurts so much. Oh my god. Dude, I'm like, okay, I got tracking back. I like felt like I slouched so hard. I was like basically under my desk and my tracking got lost. Dude, I'm gonna like lose my shit. Oh my god, it's so awkward, dude. Oh my god, it's so awkward. Yeah, this is gonna be I'm gonna be traumatized. I'm traumatized now, dude. Yeah, love me, Chanel, and they love me, and love me, Chanel, and they love me, and love me, Chanel. They say love me, and love me, Chanel. He loves to tell us. I'm gonna keep telling that story until I don't feel cringe. I don't feel like dying on the inside anymore. I'm gonna keep saying it until I don't feel like going finding a puddle and drowning myself in that puddle. Until I don't feel like that anymore, I'm gonna keep just. I need to just share this story with everyone. Oh my god. My god, dude. I'm gonna die in the inside. I'm dying on the inside. Whatever love I had for the world has died today. Can we go on a call with other streamers? I only know a person who's streaming right now is Shiri, and I don't know if he wants someone else that's streaming because I'm still streaming right now. I don't know. Maybe it's just better I don't tell anyone. Actually, never mind. This story is going to the grave with me. This story is just going to the grave with me. I'm deleting the VOD. The VOD's getting deleted. Everyone who talks about it is just getting banned. Bye, laughing stock. Have a good one, my dude. Thank you for coming. Have a great Sunday. Rest of your Sunday. It's not that bad. It's so bad. The fucking entire restaurant was up in my. And first of all, they probably thought they're like, damn, this fucking guy over here getting all the fucking hookups. And I'm not even trying to hook up with anyone. I was just trying to like go on a date. And everyone over here thinks I'm fucking getting pounded. Oh my fucking. I need to go find a puddle. I need to go drown myself in a puddle like right now. Oh my god damn it, dude. How do you know? Because I had Grinder, but I thought it was a dating app, and it wasn't a dating app. It was a fucking dick everywhere app and abs. Strangely, a lot of dicks. Well, not really, not strangely. Like, you know, I guess abs makes sense. A lot of people with abs and just dicks everywhere. Not sure. How about like, how about therapy? How about you tell me go get therapy? I need therapy. You whore says, yeah, basically. That's everyone was thinking that. Everyone at the restaurant that you whore. Well, that's not even what I was trying to do. I don't do hookups. Oh. I wanna go find a puddle. I wanna go find a puddle. I search it. Yeah, I wanted to end a little bit earlier today because I did a lot of work yesterday, so I kind of wanted a little bit more time off. But now I'm just traumatized. I'm just traumatized. I'm traumatized. Oh my god. Well, yeah, I guess. They're dirty, but good. Get me a disease so I forget. Hoping the disease makes it to my brain and I just forget about this ever happening. Hmm. 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 God damn it, dude. I'll just make my own puddle if I can't find one. What's it called when where you wash your hands? Whatever. I'm gonna make a puddle and drown myself in that puddle. Oh my god, dude. I'm horrified now. I am so horrified. A sink, yeah, the sink. That thing. I am so horrified. Holy fuck. No pouting. I will pout as much as I want. I'm gonna pout. I'm gonna keep pouting as much as I want. Oh. Everyone thought I was a whore in that restaurant. Everyone in that restaurant thinks I was a whore. Oh. 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 This is why I always research things now before doing anything. What is this thing? I'm gonna type it into Google, see what pops up. And be a lot of people wouldn't. I can't get this out of my head. No more potting, we'll get you some flan. Flan would make it better. I'd be okay with flan right now. When he wakes up, he'll realize that was a dream. And then even that hope will shatter. It will shatter. I'm sure. No, they all thought I was a whore. They all thought I was a whore. You don't live there. I've gone to that restaurant like 5 times. They all... They're like, oh, here comes the whore again. Oh. Oh. No offense, but yeah, but that's different. That's different. Like, you realize when I make spicy ASMR, I'm like reading manhwa at the same time. I'm like on Reddit. I'm just literally just acting. I'm literally just on Reddit while recording, like reading stories, or like I'm like on Substack reading articles. That's different. That is different. I'm not doing anything. All I'm doing is literally just going on sitting on the ground and making sounds. While the other one is very different. It's very different. And everyone thought I was doing that one. Look, if let's say let's say, you know what, if I was a whore, I'd be a proud whore, but I'm not a whore. I'm not a whore. I'm not a whore. Hi, Linko. Thank you for the raid, Linko. Welcome to stream, Linko. How did stream go? What were you guys up to? Perfect. The fuck you mean perfect time? Sorry, I'm emotionally traumatized right now. Hi, Raiders. I'm emotionally traumatized. Welcome to stream. What were you guys up to? What are you guys doing? No! No, don't ask about the story. I was thinking you did all that stuff to yourself, but I mean, come on. What do you mean, come on? I'm literally watching like cat videos while recording. Don't fuck you. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing compared to everyone at the restaurant. I think I'm getting fucking plapped by like fucking 50 people in one night. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Don't destroy our fantasy. Oh yeah, true. That's true. Forgot about that. You're right. I don't want to destroy your guys' fantasy. Oh my head. What happened? Welcome back, Merc. Just goofing around in PvP and Destiny. Nice. By the way, how was the new PvP update? Or how was Destiny update, the Star Wars one? Was it good? Was that good? There. Don't tell me they're there. Oh, I know I need it. It was kind of good to farm, was it? I'm glad to hear that. That makes me happy to hear. We need behind the scenes. We need behind the scenes of me recording. I mean, that's what I do with like, unless it's like a really plot heavy ASMR where I kind of have to think the plot beforehand. I usually just like, I don't know, I'm on Reddit or like reading manhwa. I'm very good at multitasking because I like, because of how like busy I am or how many things I do, I tend to multitask like a lot. Like, I mean, a lot. Don't ask me. Oh, I need some more leaps in the butt. I gotta say, people. Oh, that's good. I'm glad people are coming back. I don't put yourself down, Merc, please. I should just start writing myself, to be honest. Writing, what do you mean? But what type of, like, writing stories, Linko? I miss writing. You should write. The bot didn't go off. I didn't see that. You should write more. Writing is a lot. I've been knowing a lot of people have been into writing as of late. What was I gonna say? So the TLDR of this story, for those who might want to know, is that when I first downloaded Grindr a while back, I thought it was a dating app, right? I thought it was a dating app. And I set up my profile so nicely. I had so many good like profile pictures. I was like quirky. I had a picture of like me holding like a plushie, face picture, whatever, profile, whatever. I thought I showed my personality. Took time to write out my profile, my likes, dislikes. I like to do things, the things I don't like to do. And then I posted into the wild and I went to go have dinner with my family. And then while we're having dinner, my phone keeps dinging. It keeps dinging, dinging, dinging. Unknowns to me at the time, but now I was just told, Grindr has a very specific sounds. And I didn't realize it at the time. Well, at the time, let me phrase that. I realized it was very specific to Grindr, but at the time I didn't realize it was a hookup app. And my phone was blowing the fuck up at the dinner table. So much, in fact, my parents asked me, "Oh, who keeps messaging you? Because your phone is really, really blowing up." And I'm like, "Oh, friends." So I put it on vibrate. Still going off. I put it on silence. I come home to check the messages. Fucking dicks and abs everywhere. Dicks and abs. Dicks and abs. Abs and dicks. Dicks and abs. Dicks, dicks, abs, abs. Dicks, dicks, abs everywhere. And to my realization, later on, or today rather, everyone at the restaurant who recognized the Grindr sound probably thought I was fucking hooking up with like 50 people in one night. So, yeah. It's clear you don't like the story, so no, it's not that I don't like it. It's just, it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun, Merc. It's all in good fun. I mean, I'd be a liar if I said I wasn't slowly dying on the inside, but it's all in good fun. Same thing happened to me. Maybe it's a common issue. Maybe it's a common issue. It's more common than I thought. That makes me feel a little bit better. You guys all better start saying that this happened to you right now. That'll make me feel better. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they knew what the Grindr sound is, but I didn't realize that. But now, like, everyone who was at the restaurant recognized the sound. Probably they fucking thought I was whoring it around over there, fucking getting plapped tonight by 50 fucking people. Like, you don't understand. My notifications were going fucking off, dude. They were popping off, man. Holy fuck. And I keep going, and I kept going to that restaurant when I lived in the city for a while too. They're probably thought, oh, here comes the horror again. Skill issue. Yeah, it was a skill issue. That's what I get for not doing our research. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, 3 mono. Everyone, yeah, that's what I'm. Everyone in the fucking restaurant knew this sound. Me being an idiot, I'm like, oh wow, I'm getting so many people like messaging me, huh? I guess I did a good job of I was so proud too. I was like, I did a good job of my profile. I set up so nicely. I took my time with it, and well, fucking, uh, and it was blowing up. Yeah. You shouldn't be crying. Which restaurant? Which? I've never fucking heard it before. Ah, fuck. Some story about a taxi who noticed one of his customers' phone kept making that sound while the customer was sitting next to him. She didn't know the sound. That's funny, dude. Now, for me to feel better, I need all of you guys to download Grindr, put on your notifications as loud as possible. I need you guys to sit at a restaurant when it's packed to the fucking brim. Okay? Everyone download Grindr right now. I need you to go to a restaurant and show me to make me feel better. Why can't I use the to give oh, the redeem? Do you not have enough redeem point? Oh, I forget. The pad might be broken. Actually, it is broken. I still keep forgetting to fix it. Or rather, I just haven't had time to fix it. Does it need it now? Yeah. Just imagine they thought, damn, he's no, I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how that works. Since it hasn't been fixed, yeah, okay, I thought so, yeah. Oh, well, my god. Someone think it's yours again, Shani. I'm a beer ass, Shani. I'm a beer ass, Shani. Oh my god, dude. I can't, dude, I'm losing it out here, man. I can't fucking believe. Oh my god, dude. I need to desensitize. I need to tell everyone. My neighbors are gonna hear about this story. If I tell it to enough people, I'm not gonna feel weird about it. I'm gonna feel proud. No, I'm never gonna feel. I want that story to die. I want to forget about this forever and ever. I will never remember. I don't want to remember this. I need. You know what's that movie? What's that movie about the people that like aliens and stuff? The guys that wear the suits and like they have the little thing that deletes your memory. I need that right now. I fucking need that right now. Spray it into my eyes, please. Do it multiple times, actually, just to make sure it did a good job. Yeah, Men in Black. Men in Black. I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't recommend it. I don't want. That's like that's the moment of realization too. Is like when I kept getting fucking dicks and abs for pictures and people being like, hung 6.5. Am I going to your place or coming to my place? And I'm like, whoa, this is really fast for a dating app. You know what's my opinion? Abs are overrated, low-key. Abs are really overrated in my opinion. Yo, guilty as charged. Welcome to stream, dude. Welcome. Yeah, I think abs are really overrated. Yeah, abs. I think abs are like, or sorry, let me say that, 6-packs or like, yeah, 6-packs. I think 6-packs are overrated. Don't get me wrong, they look nice, but they're overrated in my opinion. And the reason I say that is just because like to maintain abs, it's really hard to maintain because yeah, what is that? It's like for men, I think that's like 10% body fat and for women it's like 5% or the other way around. I forget which one. But like regardless, like you need to have like really restrict your diet to be at that level of body fat. It's a million times a soft tummy, yeah. Freak out over it? Well, that's what I mean, right? That's why I think it's overrated, to be honest. Because, like, don't get me wrong, if someone has abs, I think they look nice and I could appreciate that they worked hard for it. But some people just get really, like, unhealthy about it and be like, I need abs. I need abs. Like, actually, speaking of which, I have a family member who's a little bit sick in the head. He's like, I don't know what, he must be like at 3% body fat, something insane. Because he's gotten, like, so bad, like, or restrictive about his diet, or like he's so little sufficient in body fat, his like cheeks are like pushed in from the little amount of body fat. It looks like he has like 2 holes into his like cheeks from the amount of body fat he has. And that's what I mean. If you get like start getting to that level, I think it's too much. I think I understand it. It's because it looks good, right, Northgard? But I just think it's overrated. It's not Henny. He actually had, like, I'm pretty sure he's been injecting himself or taking something because he recently had a seizure. Shrug. I don't talk to him enough. I've literally seen him once in the last like 6 years. It's very difficult. I trained for 2 years, barely made any progress. Yeah. Oh, you meant you want to have abs. Oh. Oh no, that's my cousin. Demi only dies my cousin. But he's the opposite. He actually doesn't really mind. It's funny because I guess at one point he got really lean and he said he didn't like the way he looked. So now like he's the opposite. But this is my cousin's like family member who is like now part of our family because he like married into that family. And he's like really unhealthy about it. Like last time I saw him, he looked like a pretty normal dude. He looked like he was in his 30s. And the last time I saw him was like 4 years ago. He looked like a dude in his 30s. Now he looks like he's a dude in his like late 50s, early 60s. Because of how sunken his face has gotten. It looks like he just looks so much older than he actually is. Still hope he's okay though. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he's not the best person in the world either. He's not a great person. I won't go into detail about it, but he's not a great person. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something wrong with his up in his head, you know. What time is it? Because I need to. Okay, yeah, it's 4. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and end stream on that note, guys. I appreciate you guys all for coming. I hope you guys appreciated my crash out because I will hope to forget this. I want to forget this. I'm going to go find a nice puddle to put my head and then hold my own head against this puddle. Maybe give myself a couple concussions. If I angle it right, I can maybe damage the part where that memory is stored and I will forget about it. So I appreciate you guys all for coming. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll be back on next week on Wednesday. I was gonna say new ASMR, probably another ASMR. I might record another ASMR tonight. So in case you guys have part of my early access, early ASMR came out yesterday. New ASMR came out this morning, and then probably another one tonight, maybe, or tomorrow. We'll see. So I thank you guys all for coming. Thank you for having me as your streamer of choice for the last 3 hours and a half, and just thank you for being here. It really means a lot. I've been seeing like my stream grow a lot this year and it makes me happy. So let's grow into the future, everyone. Let's grow into the future. So I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you're sleeping, sleep well.